Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to session 49 of Aneria, the Shattered Realm. Woo! Oh, okay, all right then. Just me, I suppose.
No, I'm sorry. I was just looking at my notes, and I wrote 50, but that's because...
Yes, this is the actual 49.
Okay.
The last session that called itself 49 is a dirty liar, and it is actually 48.5.
Should we try that again? I'll be more excited.
No, it's okay. It's all right. This is a perfect opening. But you at home can get excited for it. And the way that you can get excited is by liking, commenting, and subscribing to the video and to the channel, respectively.
We're supposed to be frozen.
I saw that Drax movement over there.
No, you can't. I was moving too slow.
Anyway, and then don't forget to join our Patreon, where you can get these episodes.
You'll have to cut
days early.
Torrey out and do the little...
Do the little hologram.
Yep.
Well, I'm curious to see how long she can hold it. Anyway, you can get these episodes a couple days early. You can get these episodes ad-free. If you liked last episode, which was ad-free, because we just decided to post that up, that's a little teaser for what you can get with Patreon. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, lastly, we want to thank Syrinscape for providing us wonderful little spells like... There, I healed Torrey of her paralysis.
Great restoration.
Thank you, Syrinscape.
It was all that dentist gas we were talking about earlier.
We've been starting these episodes with a "What blank are you?" recently.
Oh yeah.
So I wanted to bring one up on my own. However, I didn't think of one, so I'm just going to do one randomly off the top of my head.
Okay.
And I'm going kind of off of the one that Scott talked about before we started. What kitchen utensil would you be?
Player or character?
Player. I'd be tongs.
You walk around going clack, 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 clack.
I'd be a spork because I'm mildly useful, fit in a lot of places, but not quite enough to be with everybody else.
I love it. I'm thinking, watch me whisk, watch me nay-nay.
Okay.
I'm a whisk.
Whiskey business.
Is it
Spatula.
Oh, spatula.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of spatula? Because there's like a rubber spatula that you like scrape the bowl with, or there's like a
burger
spatula,
flipping, burger
okay.
flipping spatula.
Okay, Bob's Burgers, yeah.
I wish I could do a Bob's voice right now.
All you can do is one Linda.
All right.
Leave a comment on what utensil you are. That would definitely make sense to everybody else leaving a comment. All right.
Bunch of random utensil emojis.
Yep, that's all it is.
It's true.
For the record, when you started saying I like fit in some places but don't in others, I thought you were saying I'm fit in some places.
I'm fit in my legs
And I
and
was like,
arms,
what?
but right here it's got
And then it started to make sense.
Oh yeah, my hands are rich.
You see these babies?
Your ears have muscles.
Hey, my jaw muscles are...
Now, you guys, remember, we all have muscles. We talked about
Yeah,
this.
yeah. You won't let me get away with making jokes like that, apparently. And I appreciate it. Thanks, Bessie.
Should never
haunts my
joke
dreams.
about not having muscles.
Haunts my dreams.
It's terrible.
I like to tell him, if he ever is down on himself, I go, hey, stop talking about my brother like that.
Yeah.
See, off camera, he says best friend, but apparently we want to keep the brother versus brother going.
You are my best friend.
You guys, this is like so touching.
Actually, this is awkward because I also told Tori that I was her best friend.
That's
as well.
fine. You can have more than one best friend.
I'm mad at that.
It's true.
My other best friend just had his first kid, so...
I thought you said kiss at first. I'm just hearing all the things I want to hear.
His first kiss.
He just had his first
Yes,
kiss.
he's 39 years old. He had his first kiss.
He's almost
Everything
40.
tonight is
He's
going
a
to have
late-
like a
he's a late
romantic,
bloomer.
like rose-colored glasses glow on it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get started tonight without too much dilly-dallying.
Episode title, Summer of Love.
And I think we're going to start with one more reiteration of the plan.
Okay.
Basically, your mission objective is
If you choose to accept it.
If you choose to accept it. Or not. It's kind of up to you, I suppose.
We went over it last time.
Yes. But
Sneakily like.
your objective is to secure and incapacitate Fred's brother Bell. And take him to a secure location, or just get him away from the Archdom head... Or not Archdom. Sorry, yeah, it is Archdom.
Arcanum.
The Arcanum headquarters in Archdom that he is currently holing up in.
Yes.
and you're trying to persuade him to not go with your father and then come with you instead, and that might involve some sort of like psychic deprogramming, but we haven't quite gotten there yet.
Join us and we'll be the most powerful chaotic force in all of Aneria.
Now, in order to accomplish this, Fred, disguised in her Arcanum garb,
Magical
leads-
girl transformation.
Yep.
Yep.
is going to lead Bolt, who is going to be
Bolt's gonna be
disguised
handcuffed
as a criminal of some kind. You kind of welded a mask onto your head, a Man in the Iron Mask style mask.
Yeah.
Into the Arcanum HQ.
Oh, and we shaped him.
Yes, which
On a
you
pottery
did.
wheel.
Yeah, but then you put the mask on over the reshaping. So
Yeah. It just made me very sick spinning like that. whoa.
you're gonna take him into the Arcanum HQ while Victor comes in through the bell tower, flying up overhead and disabling any traps that there might be. And then once inside, you're going to isolate Bell, incapacitate him, and extract him. And then your rendezvous point is the Half Hill Foundry, which is the kind of a blacksmith location that is that Bolt and Victor know well because they've done a quest for Ignis Sol there. But Fred doesn't know; she just kind of got told the general location.
We were going to stop and point it out to Fred on the way.
Yes, and we said in a certain amount of time we will all meet there, right? Yeah. Did you just say that?
I didn't see.
I
didn't
don't recall the
any time
time
frame, but if that
Well,
is
I recall saying that.
okay.
Obviously, no one listens to me.
2 clarifying questions to get inside of your head. Number 1, how big is this bell at the top of this bell tower?
Are
It
there bats
is
He's about 6 foot
no bats
one.
in the belfry.
I'm checking.
Not super buff, but not really skinny either.
No, it is probably it wouldn't be nearly
Said,
as
how
big
big
as
is
a
the
Liberty
bell in the
Bell.
bell tower? And I
It
said,
probably would be.
Your brother is named Bell.
I don't know what's a
Yes.
medium-sized bell.
Like, are we talking Liberty Bell?
No, smaller, like maybe like half the size of the
Because
Liberty
I
Bell.
haven't seen the
Okay.
actual Liberty Bell.
Okay.
But at the Utah Capitol, they have a replica.
Oh, okay.
Question number 2, the
Liberty Bell's
mechanism.
like that big, right?
Yeah.
What is the mechanism that
Yeah.
turns said bell? Is it a rope? Is it a chain?
It's like a pull rope.
Is
Oh, right.
Quasimodo
Mhm.
up there?
I want to
No.
sabotage the pull rope on the
He's
way out.
across. He's across. On
No,
the
it's
other
it's
side of
it's
the
Quasimodo.
Quasette.
Quasimodo.
And she's a girl.
Yes. Though it's hard to tell with quasits. So. Have you ever seen a quasit?
No.
They're really interesting
Let me
creatures.
picture.
Little demons.
Yeah, that's got. Pull up a picture of a
I
quasit.
am right now because I had to make
pull
sure
up
I said it
A
correctly.
picture of shovel.
Quasimodo. I mean, they look like it. They got the hump and everything. So
Yeah, that's her.
Little shovel.
They got the hump sounds like
that
a
what that means?
Nickelback lyric.
No, so in
it's,
Baldur's Gate, there's a
Black Eyed Peas.
closet
Oh, yeah.
like that, and its name is Shovel.
Oh, I thought that's like what it meant. Like
That's just the
like a
same.
canasta is a little
Canasta.
basket.
It's a it's a
I
basket.
don't know.
And a cannoli.
Quasette meant
there's a-
little
there's a
shovel.
Quasit, a little
I believe
shovel.
the singular of cannoli is canolo.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say that in giant, quasit does mean little shovel.
Little shovel.
A little shovel.
That's perfect. Let's see.
Make sure we write that
She
down.
who
I was
digs.
seeing if, I, was
She
seeing
who
if I
digs.
could speak giant. I can't.
And the idea was to do this in the evening.
I
Is that
can.
correct?
So you know.
Okay. All right. So half
under cover of darkness.
Half Hill Foundry is south of where the Arcanum headquarters is. So you can head there first as the day starts to wane a little bit, which I have
Sheppy, be quiet.
noises to cover over the dog. Kind of. Maybe.
Like when you were doing your opening in the last episode, and your dog was outside, just screaming.
Got an opening for a princess.
The Half Hill Foundry is kind of this big, expansive, almost open air forge with a bunch of different shops that kind of work and coordinate together. You can see that they're actually not working on the typical like armor or pieces like of gear like you would expect. Instead, they're working on cogs and components, and you can see they're assembling things. Specifically, they are assembling what appear to be humanoid-sized automatons. And even as you kind of are approaching, you see a squad of 3 of them led by a man wearing kind of a tabard that has the Archdom symbol on it, with sort of a like shield around it, kind of for the flare. Kind of pass by and he gives you a nod and everything. And the 3 automatons, they're kind of these. What color would these automatons be?
These are going to be like burnished copper.
Burnished copper, yeah. And they have conical heads. So it's like 2 slits, and then they have like a cone head.
Can I stop this guard and excuse me, sir?
Yes. Can I help you, citizen?
Yes, I'm curious about your
Coneheads.
armored fellas behind you.
Oh, have you not been here in a little while, or are you new here?
No, we just returned. Actually, we haven't been here in a couple months. Actually,
well, in the past couple years, obviously, you know that the Arcanums had less of an impact in the area, and Archdom has been struggling to find a proper replacement for them. And I'd say about a month ago, we finally got an inventor that came to town and came up with this great idea, these automatas that come help us out and can kind of pad our numbers a little bit. We're called the Gear Guard, and we're here to help the people of Archdom in their times of need. So if you have any issues or if you see any crimes going on, just see if you can flag us down.
Now, you said an inventor. Does this inventor have a name?
Yeah, he's oh man, he's an Aarakocra from Meadstead. Krauth, I think his name was. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I was just curious. Are they do they only take orders from you, or are they fully sentient?
They take orders from members of the Gear Guard.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Interesting. I'm just so curious of, like, what are the laws? Are those just laws that have been adopted from the previous?
I didn't vote for you.
I mean, a lot of our typical laws are voted on by the council here now. Mm-hmm. We have adopted quite a few from the Arcanum because, you know, things like murder, theft, aggravated assault, that kind of thing. Those are pretty standard.
Complicated.
Pretty standard illegal things. You know, illegal substances, that kind of thing.
Are they for sale?
No. Do you have illegal substances?
I don't think so. Define illegal. Never mind. So, very interesting indeed. I mean, I like the idea. I used to be a member of the Arcanum myself, as you can see.
I can tell, yeah.
Am I passing? Never mind.
A little bit, I guess. You don't have the mannerisms of Arcanum, but...
Remind me, what do the Arcanum...
it wouldn't
arrogant,
be my place.
Rude, brash.
Is that right?
Violence.
Get out of my way, you little pig! Did that work?
I mean, yeah, that was better. That was closer, but maybe don't try to insult the other guards around here. Just, you know, general rule. Might be nice not to have to make an enemy of somebody.
Oh, the other
Or at
guards...
least not a friend. Like, you know, if you see somebody wearing the tabard, just don't be mean to them.
Oh, I didn't mean to be rude. Simply asking... I was actually asking for your opinion.
Well, I'm not an acting coach. Well, okay, sorry. I'm not an acting coach. Here. And he reaches into a pocket and he hands you a little card. My wife is, but she only works on weekends. All right? If you want more pointers.
This is great information.
Of course.
Might I add.
Is there anything else that I can help you with?
How are these automata powered?
I'm afraid that's proprietary information.
I'll just go ask Krauth. Can you tell me where to find him?
Typically, he's in the central city hall, kind of toiling away.
Maybe we'll check in on him tomorrow. Thank you.
Right. Good day. And he marches off, and the 3 automata march off with him.
Well, was I being rude?
I thought you were the perfect Arcanum.
Thank you. Victor?
I didn't see any issues. I was still trying to figure out if I had anything illegal on my person.
The whole time you
That's just very confusing, isn't it? I mean, if they're creating new laws, how are you supposed to know if something is an illegal substance or not?
That's true.
They usually post those laws at the town center.
Oh, so we just have to go every day and read on some bulletin board?
When you put it that way, yes, it seems very inconvenient.
Agreed. Thank you.
And it could get really, morally confusing,
Just, unless you're 100% sure that whatever you have is legal, just make sure you hide it.
Victor, takes all of his knives.
I mean, there's people walking around with swords and stuff all over.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's okay.
Not to mention religious
I'm sorry,
exemption.
but you're limited to 8 knives.
Well,
More than 8?
Religious exemption, maybe not here. We don't know.
Who are you talking to?
Nothing.
But
No one.
Victor,
My best friend. Obviously.
Nobody.
maybe
He's not nobody.
did you guys catch who the inventor was?
No. Something? I can't remember.
Kraut.
Krauth.
Yes.
I feel like I should know that.
Might ring a bell a little bit for you, but you came in towards the end.
Right near the end of that.
Yeah.
So right before we got the ship, our ship, we had a run-in with Kraut. He was like what would you say? He was like the kid of or the son of a mob boss almost in Meadstead.
Sort of. So he was
not like your typical gangster thing. But
yeah, he was the son of what essentially is the mayor of Meadstead.
Yeah.
The CEO. He was kind of a mob boss. He was running a gambling hall at the time.
Yeah, and that's where we rescued the fairy dragon in there was
It's also where we got our
fighting ring.
get-ups, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or
you got a
Lederhosen.
Lederhosen from
Lederhosen,
Meadstead, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also burned down a warehouse.
I have almost zero recollection of this.
That's typical.
That was nearly
That had to be
That
more
was
than
like
a year ago. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. It
But for in-game purposes, it was like a month ago.
Yep, it was like a month.
Yeah.
Around the same time frame that
I have short-term memory loss. Also long-term,
It could be from all the near-death experiences.
but maybe.
You can't die, but you can nearly die.
What is worse? I'm now a
Mostly
tortured
dead.
soul. Mostly dead.
Mostly dead.
Inside, at least.
Mostly dead.
Okay. So once you have that kind of area secure, hopefully your short-term memory can retain where your rendezvous point is.
What was it called again? Really, it was this place.
Half Hill Forge? Foundry? Foundry. Let me just double check here.
Okay. Now, I do think that we should meet back here if we had, a cool, watch or something. We'd be like, everyone, sync your watches together. And then, we would have a countdown.
Or sync our sundials.
Yes, and an alarm would go off. And then we would know, time to be back at the meeting spot.
I mean,
Yeah, how long did you give everybody?
I can't remember. An hour?
Yeah, that seems good. If
if all else fails, I have a big alarm bell I can ring.
Oh, perfect.
You're going to steal the bell. Right into the bag.
so, for something's sake, I can't remember the word I'm trying to think of.
Charity.
My armor can't be removed forcefully,
Okay.
right? Does that include the extra magic items that I attune to? Is that part of the arcane or the armor stuff?
So anything that is like hands, feet, helm, that kind of stuff, that is integrated into your armor when it is a magic item.
Okay.
That is my interpretation of it. That's how I'm going to rule it. Anything that is not that, like your bag of holding, technically isn't attached to you. Your any sort of weapons that you have.
I think I would have left the bag of holding back on the ship.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
So I've got pretty much just my armor. I don't know if I even have my shield.
Okay, so you won't be able to use anything that's not in your inventory.
But I do have, and this is, I've always been attuned to this, my Helm of Teleportation, Belted Fire Giant Strength, I have the Boots of the Wandering Path,
Yeah.
and then I have a Brooch of Shielding, which is a necklace that I could just tuck underneath.
Yeah, that you could probably just tuck underneath, and when, a sleight of hand check kind of thing, I don't think it'll be too difficult to hide a necklace.
Okay. I can always put it in the bolt hole.
Yep.
Sink
it into your flesh.
Okay. All right. I was just checking.
Okay.
But the rest of it I've left. So.
Alrighty.
And I think I will also unequip my shield because I don't want that taken or lost.
Okay. So you will be without your shield this time. Unless you'd like to give it to... Fred, you have a bag of holding, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Put
Yes.
it in here, big
Yep.
guy.
Alright, so what time frame are we looking to enact this plan? Is it early evening, late into the evening? What are we looking at here?
Late, I would say.
Okay.
If
So,
we
like-
know that he's going to be there late, like, is he the type?
Well, that's
that
something
will
we should probably
stay
just,
there
like,
in the barracks.
Scout out and just keep an eye on the place. Make sure he doesn't leave.
Okay.
Because
That we need to break in and
we're
he's
pretty
like-
sure
he's
there's
like,
only
"Oh,
one
actually,
entrance.
he's went home already.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty sure there's only one entrance. And we made this plan fairly quickly after your scrying got canceled. So I say that's kind of why we just like got ready and then went. Stopped at Half Hill on the way just to be like, meet here.
This is the place.
And then we're going to go scout out the place. Just kind of...
And you're just going to kind of linger around in the area until it's time. Keep an eye on the door, that kind of thing. So you two are you going to be wearing your disguises at this time, or are you going to wait to put those on?
Oh, Fred already put hers on.
Not that she can't take it off, but... okay.
Oh, she's wearing it.
How many
No.
birds are in the vicinity?
How...
Am I making you nervous yet?
I don't cast Swarm
do-
of Daggers. I cast Swarm of Swallows.
I just want to know if there's a bird in the vicinity that I would be able to knock out.
122 birds, let's just say off the top of
I want
my
to
head.
knock while we're sitting there casing the place. I want to knock out the bird,
Okay.
and I want to try and use said bird like a football, throw it at the bell, and see what the response time is, based on when it hits the bell, and for them to go up and investigate.
Oh, so we're doing animal murder now.
No, it's unconscious.
right.
It's not dead.
Until it hits
Yeah.
the bell.
And besides, we don't know if that's against the law. We haven't checked the bulletin board.
Okay.
There definitely is a bulletin board at this town square that has like
no
laws.
throwing birds at bells.
Animal handling.
I'm gonna use that in a while.
Yeah.
After.
Animal handling, that would be a 14 plus 5. 19.
Sure. You're able to sneak up on a bird and capture it.
And then I'm just gonna...
What kind of bird is it?
It's a common pigeon.
Pigeon? Okay. Again, I'm gonna like...
What does it smell like?
I just want to kind of knock it unconscious so that it doesn't try and flap its wings or whatever when I throw it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just want to get as close as I can without being seen, stealthily. 5 plus stealth.
Which is like 20.
Yeah, so it's 15, so 20. And then I want to just lob it at it, have it ring the bell, and then go hide somewhere and see if they come up to investigate.
Okay. I guess give me a dexterity attack roll.
Who the hell tied up this bird and threw it up here?
14 with just flat dexterity.
Yeah.
18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you get probably about 100 yards away from the building, and you huck this poor unconscious
That's a
bird.
long way to throw a bird.
Perfect spiral, actually. This was it's not going end
full
over end at all.
football
Yeah,
field.
full football. Yeah, that is a long way, isn't it? Sorry, 50 yards. A little bit more.
I put a bit of a
predictable.
spin on it
Yep.
so that the feathers acts like a birdie.
I mean, birds are aerodynamic, so
Yes.
they can fly pretty far.
It hits the bell with a clang, and I would say it's probably about 5 minutes, 10 minutes later that the hatch opens up and a very disgruntled-looking guard comes up to check, and he sees something on the ground and he goes, "It's just a dead bird."
It's another bird.
Yeah, again.
I'll
And
do
then he
it
just
over the next. Because we're sitting out here for hours, right?
yeah.
Over the next hour, I'm gonna do it 2 more times.
Okay.
It's like a crank call.
Irregularly.
Yeah. I'm trying to think at which point they would become suspicious. Can I do a deception check?
Two birds is a
Sure, give me a
coincidence.
deception check. Yeah.
3. Something's going
16
on.
plus deception is plus 12, so 20.
Let's see, am I close enough to hear any of this commotion from him?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that with a 28, you don't have any issue making these guards believe that it's just a really unlucky day for birds.
It's
Bird
like
flu.
when you're sitting there in your living room and you have one of those big picture frame windows or something, and all of a sudden you hear poof, and then you just see the outline of a bird hit the window.
All right, Norn can't polish the bell anymore. It's too shiny.
And then I'll leave them alone. I just, like I said, I'm just gauging how quickly it takes them to react.
So the entrance, or kind of the area that you're in, is kind of a larger town, not town square, but kind of a larger market square. There is a...
Is there like a bench like across the square that I could just sit down on and feed said birds? But for some reason,
One bird
just disappearing.
one less. Yeah.
I rolled a 12 plus 15 to see if I can snatch him in front of him. And so like there's just
Victor just rolls in front of you as both looking like just off to the side to check, and you just like combat roll and grab one of the birds and run off with it. So this entrance, there's a couple other buildings kind of around here, different shops. There is a hatter shop called Enton's Delight. There's a jeweler shop called the Eye of Steno. And then there is a woodcarver shop that's just simply called Bonnie's, B-O-H apostrophe
She's a witch.
N-E-E apostrophe S.
Okay, Fred wants to go to Bonnie's.
Bonnie's, okay.
She's actually decided to change out of her Arcanum gear.
Okay.
She's in her street clothes.
Mm-hmm. Full on eye stalks, waving in the wind, that kind of thing. Yeah, so the woodcarver shop, you walk in, and the first thing that you notice is the big display in the window is a very fine wooden crocodile that is like lunging out of the water at a bird, and it's like this very intricately carved
Victor
sculpture.
tries to steal the bird.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is it a live sculpture?
No, it is a wooden sculpture, all carved. Looks out of maybe like
Oh, I
one
got
piece.
so excited. I thought this was like The Happiest Millionaire. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Oh, he has all these alligators in his house in like a room. It's hilarious. You need to watch it.
Okay.
Okay.
You step inside, and there is a rather large half-orc woman. She's kind of wearing a smock. She has all sorts of like shavings around her and everything.
Wielding a chainsaw.
her-
she does the chainsaw carving.
Her hair is kind of pulled back into one of those like looser buns where it kind of, the hair hangs down a little bit before ending in the tail. And she's got a whittling tool out, and she's just working on what appears to be just a very simple wooden duck.
She's
And
a lesbian icon.
she sees you walk in, and she sets it down, and she goes, "Welcome to Bonnie's. How can I help you?"
Are you Bonnie?
Yes.
My, what beautiful work you've done.
Thank you.
Have you had this shop here long?
About a year? 2?
Really?
Yes.
Do you get a lot of customers?
Not really.
Oh, that's a shame.
Wood carving is more of a luxury item, from what I've been told. But I get a lot of kids, and she holds up the duck that's still like half carved.
Do kids like this kind of stuff?
Oh, they like toys, and she starts whittling away again.
Kids like toys.
Yeah, like wooden toys.
I forget that Fred has never really had a childhood.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
So if there was
Wait, kids like fun?
who used to be an orphan, lived in an orphanage, was adopted by, if I do say so, the most beautiful, humble, incredible woman to live. I mean, it
was
would
there
be
a question.
Oh, sorry. It would be hard to to get something that compares to her beauty and motherhood. But if I were to get a toy for such a kid, which one would you recommend?
Boy or girl?
Boy.
I like the little bit of a question on the end of that. Like Fred couldn't
I'm just
quite
thinking,
remember.
how old is kid? Like Torrey doesn't know. Does Fred know?
Probably not.
Not important.
Fred's never
It's part
I'm
of your armor.
guessing somewhere between the ages of 4 and
40.
16.
Big age range.
Didn't he say he was like 14 and he was just about to like...
He probably told you guys yes.
Yeah,
Fred has no idea.
Fred probably doesn't remember.
because he was about to like
he's
get
14.
kicked out of the orphanage, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the age range we're looking at.
Does he have interests?
Sweeping.
Yes.
Magic sticks.
Oh, magic. He's very interested in magic.
Oh, I don't do magic. I just do wood carvings.
I know, but is there something
Don't
that's
sell
like,
yourself short. This stuff is magic.
Is there something that let's see. He's part. Is he dragonborn?
Yeah,
or-
he's a
okay.
dragonborn. Yeah.
He's has dragon lineage in him.
Okay. So
Do you
he
know what
likes,
that means?
So he
Lineage.
likes gold. I don't know what lineage
Well,
means.
doesn't everyone like gold?
Yeah, but I don't do gold. I only do wood carvings.
Is there something that's popular here within that age range?
She sets down the duck and she kind of goes over and starts rummaging through a little bit. And she goes, "This is my best seller." And she pulls out, it looks like a cat, like a very poor cat. It's like the cat body, and then it's got the legs on wheels and a little like pull string. And as she like rolls it across the desk, the tail and the head like bob up and down a little bit. It's very hard to make, but I do okay.
It's beautiful.
We must protect this woman at all costs.
Oh, I guess I'll buy it. Is Bolt with me?
No, Bolt is outside on the bench.
Yeah, I'm outside. I probably near-ish by, because this is right across the street from, or across the way from the Arcanum place,
Bolt's
right?
not here. Do you know what? I will use my own money, though it pains me.
7 silver.
7 silver.
We're always used to paying.
Yeah, everybody's been like used to a lot of gold.
Okay, 7
Most like common things probably are silver or copper, you know.
7 silver it is. By the way, do you have any like puzzles?
No, I only do wood carving.
I know, like out of wood, like a box or.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like the pieces.
Oh no, those are great too.
Yeah, I don't know how to make those, but I do have a puzzle. And she goes, once again goes in the back, and she goes, "No, it's not back here." And then she comes out front, and she walks up like this wooden spiral staircase up to the top, and she reaches like very top of the shelf, and she pulls out this dusty old cube with a bunch of different like nodules sticking out of it, little like wood pieces, and she goes, "Here."
Perfect. Yes, this. I'll take this in the cabinet.
Is it
Not quite the lament configuration.
configuration?
That one is, well, I should tell you I didn't make that one. I found it one day.
I'll
So,
take it.
5 silver.
So 5 plus 7. Let's 10.
One gold, 2
Let's do
silver.
How about?
What's this? Bonnie's?
Bonnie. BOH''NEE.
Do you know what? I will give you 2 gold. If you could also give me a little bit of insider information. Not about your carving. I don't want to take over your trade.
I mean, if you want lessons, I'd be happy to have an
That's
apprentice.
okay. You know this building over here, this old
My
Arcanum one?
ears perk up.
Yes, I'm aware.
Do you know anything about the folks that come in and out of there?
Very secretive.
Really?
Yeah, the Arcanum used to be really, well, I guess they weren't always open, but at least they didn't look like they were shifty. But when I'm carving at night, I can see kind of movement. Sometimes a carriage will come up and deposit a few criminals off, but it looks a bit more shady than it used to.
Interesting. So a carriage comes up at night. Does that happen every night?
Not every night. Sometimes it's just like a supply wagon, but sometimes there's nothing. Here, and she reaches down and she pulls out a book and opens it up, and she goes, here, and she turns it around, and it's a full like logbook of every like coming and going from the Arcana building.
My! You are a little
Does she start
sneaky one.
So despite my stealth check, I would be stealthing from the Arcanum, but in this
Does she write down
in this thing,
Victor?
she probably would see me like clear as day outside the front window, me like rolling up.
There is a note that says 8 rings assassin
throwing birds.
Question mark throwing birds. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Blue skin.
Yeah, that one's new.
Tall.
I don't know.
Do I see anything in there that like seemed like I can tell is like Bell?
Yeah, there is an entry where it talks about 4 Arcanum in the new outfit is what it's referred to as in the log rushing in, and it was about, I'd say, 4 or 5 hours ago when you guys started planning.
Interesting. New outfit, you say?
Yeah, well, there's the old outfit, and she kind of like looks out the window, and you can see there's 2 like guards that are standing watch outside, and they're wearing the standard Arcana fare. There's the old outfit, and then
Are they white? They're like white and blue, right?
It is, yeah, I think it's white and blue, if I remember correctly. And then there's the new one, and she gives you a description of basically what the Brotherhood of Neve wears.
Okay.
This kind of darker plate that looks a little bit more menacing. I
Okay.
guess is the best
Trying to
word
be
for it.
cool, not quite pulling it
Yeah,
off.
edgy.
So, but according to her log, she hasn't seen them leave, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. You know, Bonnie, you are a treasure.
I'm just a wood carver.
Here's your 2 gold.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
And I want you to know, I don't part with my gold easily.
Well, I'm glad you did, because this is a business, and I'd have to call the gear guard otherwise.
Yeah, the gear guard. Kind of weird, right?
I mean,
How do you keep track of the laws?
the bulletin boards
How often do you check it?
every day.
Oh, it's exhausting.
Not really. It's nice.
Oh.
Bonnie definitely is the type to check the bulletin boards every day.
So-
she actually grabs one of
spinning
the
in the
tabs
river.
in that big book and flips it over, and it's like laws, and it's got a list of laws over like the past year that have been
Some have been
implemented.
some have been crossed out
and
because they were-
replaced. Yeah, they've all
this is
got like
interesting.
references and everything.
You are
See little Timmy
wonderful
Turner
note taker.
on page 5. He threw trash on the ground. Which is the neighborhood watch.
Yeah,
This is fascinating. What do you think of illegal substances? Just out of what does the bulletin board say?
I don't trade in illegal substances. I mean, there are plenty of illegal substances that are on the list. You got your usual drugs like violent flower and the smokeless ash.
Fred is taking note. Find some.
Crap, I gotta write these down too, don't I?
Yeah.
Would you say violet or violent?
Violent.
Violent flower.
It's actually, so it's the shape of a boxing
Smokeless.
glove.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like a boxing glove, but like it looks like a boxing glove. It just
Not
floats
everything
in the
needs to
wind.
be silly in my world.
I like it.
But apparently
Smokeless
this one
ash.
is.
It's only used for pound cake.
I think that deserves a.
Give him an epic die then, Scott.
Okay.
One of yours. Don't you reach across? This is a barrier for a reason, my friend.
Bolt
I also
broke
need to
one-
tap that.
Bolt broke one barrier. What's another?
That's true.
Yeah, I'm. That's my nickname, the barrier breaker.
Yeah. Obviously, like, cursed magic items are illegal.
Ooh, yeah, cursed magic items.
Like,
That seems kind of
and I don't mean to pry.
discriminating against those items
the
themselves.
thing on your head. That looks a bit cursed.
It is not cursed.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend or anything.
I'm not offended.
Good.
If they had arms, they would be crossing them and turning away.
Yeah, all of the eyes are like,
While they're talking, she's like Slowly turning to the page of illegal magic items and like writing down a description.
Yeah. She's definitely like, you know that you're going to be in this book somewhere after this.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, Bonnie, have you ever reported anyone?
No.
Oh, you're just curious.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just take notes.
You live a
Observe.
fascinating life.
Not really.
Well, I'll be off. Toodles.
Goodbye. Oh, don't forget your cat.
Specializes
Yes.
in blackmail.
That's going to John
You want to?
Broomsman.
Do you want to will it out or?
Not kid. You're giving it to John.
She's giving that to John Broomsman, and she's giving the puzzle to Kid.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and exit. You can go ahead and confer that with everybody else. Kind of communicated across the board. Around 8.
Where did you get all this information?
Bonnie.
She's a snitch.
Oh, by the way, she gave me some great insider information on some illegal substances.
Ooh.
We'll find some
Make it seem
someplace.
like she's a drug dealer. Thanks, Fred.
I will be like inspecting the cat thing if you show it to me. But it was actually very fine craftsmanship. I'm very impressed.
Says the man who's made a literal, or a being who's made a literal mechanical cat.
Yeah, yes. I can appreciate art in all forms. I can't draw, but I can definitely look at a drawing and go, damn, that's good.
Damn, that's a drawing.
I can go, damn, that was drawn.
Well, the good news is that Belle is still in there. And it sounds like sometimes prisoners are dropped off on a supply wagon. But I bet we could just walk in through the front door. Don't you
That's-
think?
I mean, if we need to go rent a wagon, we can, but I don't think that's...
I was like a U-Haul. It's like very obviously rented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's advertisements and stuff. Let's not rent a wagon.
So 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Unless
goes
you're
around.
paying.
I mean,
Which, by the way, you owe her 2 golds.
Let's
do
see.
you say that?
You owe me 7 silver for this cat that we're giving to John.
Oh. Well, okay.
Do you give it to her?
Yep. You have 7. You now have 7 more silver.
Wait, did you say gold? Did you say gold or did you say
I think
silver?
I said silver.
Okay, good. Because if you would have said gold, that would have been hilarious too. But
A really expensive cat.
you like, I don't think it was worth that much, but okay.
She does want to have the gift to Kid actually have been bought with her own money.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
So 9 o'clock, thereabouts rolls around. It's the lanterns are coming on in Archdom. Everything here is like a little bit more powered than other towns, so it's not like there's a guy that goes around with a candle. There's like magical lights, that kind of thing.
Do you like the lamplighters? What a shame.
And you are just ducking into an alleyway to get changed and get prepared for your little excursion when you hear a sound.
The cat comes alive.
You feel a rumbling before you even hear a sound, and it's kind of this
Forgot to eat.
shaking a little bit, and it kind of there's
I
this
think I ate
vibration
way
that
too
goes
much.
through the town, and the moonlight starts to like fade away pretty quickly.
Look up.
And as you look up, there is a large warship that has basically started flying over the city, foregoing any sort of like air traffic laws. It's pretty close to the city itself. You recognize this actually.
Oh.
This is an Arcanum warship that your father had gained control of. It is called the Arcane Grasp. As soon as it gets to about the middle of the square, the bottom of the vessel... Ow, bit my tongue. The bottom of the vessel opens up and a beam of purple energy slams into the ground and races down out through the kind of cracks between the flagstones. And there's this deep, like, thrum that basically, for lack of a better term, it's the inception, that kind of goes out. And as it kind of rings out, it is echoed 4 more times in kind of various directions around you. And as that last of the bwongs goes off. A purple shield starts coming up and basically encapsulates the town square and a bit of the surrounding area in a barrier. Fred knows what this is too. This is a very seldomly used like siege mode for an Arcanum headquarters to kind of keep people out in desperate times or protect people in it.
Did we get inside of it?
Yes. So let me grab you the map.
What about the greatest treasure?
No, the greatest treasure is definitely outside.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's all.
So it's about a 900-foot diameter barrier. So it encompasses a little bit more than like a city block. The second page there has a legend that kind of tells you what the buildings are. The gray buildings are the Arcanum buildings that you can see, with the red being the bell tower. The ship is hanging over the middle of that square, and then everything else is kind of the specialty shops and other things surrounding it.
Okay.
And as the final like as the barrier finally seals and solidifies around it, does that little shimmer that shields do when they've been completely formed. The beam cuts off in the ship, and you can see it kind of like almost sag a little bit before it catches itself. It is very clearly low on power now.
The ship?
Yes.
Well, Sir arrived. Stupid Bell. He must have called him.
And is this normal?
Actually, sorry, I do have to make a correction. This isn't your father's vessel. This is just one of the ones. He has about like 3 of these sized kind of cruisers, and then there is like a big flagship that he uses.
So this
this is
probably isn't.
This is the one that is actually co-captained by the twins.
Okay.
Thorn and Les, I think. Les?
Thornless.
Yeah, Les.
Thorn and Les.
Yep.
Lesden.
Yep. And as you guys are kind of like, again, you're kind of just observing this, maybe panicking a little, don't know. The bottom opens up again, and Arcanum start like coming out of it. Probably, I wouldn't say it's like a steady stream of them, but they start coming out in like 2s or 3s. There's always a member of that is wearing kind of the darker uniform with a set of guards, and they immediately start going out and like into the town, opening up doors and pulling out citizens. Because as Fred knows with this, when they use these lockdown procedures, they basically conscript everybody within the lockdown to kind of help build defenses or, carry supplies, that kind of thing. It's not something that's used very often. In fact, you've never seen it used before.
Okay.
Because it can like very quickly make the Arcanum look a lot worse than it already does,
Oh, that's not
So
possible.
are we close enough to like one of these homes or whatever that they're going into that we can hear like what they're saying to these people?
Sure. Yeah, you can. If you want to give me some stealth checks, you can sneak up to one.
Sure.
Victor, you're probably on the roof, so you've got like a look at the ship from the side. Yep. So, what would you like to do as they're heading towards one of these buildings?
I will hang back so I don't mess up.
I will
stealth check.
continue sabotaging the bell.
Okay. How are you sabotaging?
So if it's a rope,
Mhm.
I want to cut the rope that they used to ring the bell, and I want to tie a big knot so that where the hole that it goes down through, it kind of just plugs. So if they pull on it, it'll just be on the knot itself.
Alrighty. Give me a stealth check and a sleight of hand. And what was your stealth?
I rolled 2 dice because I have disadvantage.
Sleight of hand.
But it was 13.
13? Okay.
23.
Any sort of perception.
And stealth. So 23 for sleight of hand. Stealth is going to be 27.
Okay. So Victor's is going to go off without a hitch. You kind of slip your way through the broom there. And why is this not loading?
And I'll take one of the birds that's unconscious, and I'm going to lay it down. So if they get up there, they'll think, oh, this bird did this. Like,
This bird tied this rope.
Totally.
You like plant like rope fibers on the talon.
Yep, I totally do.
In the beak a little bit.
I'm like, he's taking the fall for me.
In the other one,
It's
in
gonna
the
be one
other
angry bird.
talon, it's got a little tiny scroll that if you roll it open, it's how to tie knots.
Yes.
Now, important distinction: is Fred currently in her Arcanum garb at this point? Did she manage to
changing into it. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let me roll to see if she did not get changed into it. No.
Okay. So you kind of slip up to this building. You can hear the guards inside basically giving the typical, there is an emergency, your assistance is required, you've been conscripted into the Arcanum. At which point you hear a little bit of
Right as you leave, I cast message so that we can talk back and forth.
There's a little bit of like arguing and grumbling, and then the figure in the darker armor speaks and says, "You will comply," and suddenly all the arguments just stop. And they stand up and they start leading them out. And as they start leading them out, you kind of like duck back around the corner, trying not to be seen. But you hear, "Hey, you out there." So what would you like to do? You booking it? You
Nope, she'll
revealing?
just come out into the open.
With no like disguise or anything on,
She'll
right?
throw the hood of her
Okay.
cloak over her.
Okay. Basically, like all the eyes like come down to here and they close.
Yes.
It'll be a really cool effect if they ever have to open
Yes.
up.
From inside the hood,
Yeah.
below a little
Yes.
The figure steps forward. Again, it's one of these darker ones, and it says, "What are you doing, citizen?"
I was just out for an evening stroll.
Well, you have been conscripted into our efforts, and we need you to come with us.
Okay, what am I doing? I mean, what efforts?
Your assigned task will be given once you have arrived at your location.
Are we in danger?
You will comply.
Of course I will.
Give
I'm
me
just so
an intelligence
scared.
saving throw, actually, right before you say anything.
A saving throw?
Yes.
Okay, that was intelligence, so that is 19.
19? Yeah, you basically you say that full thing. The guard like tilts his head a little bit as if he's a bit confused, and you did feel the tickling in the back of your head as if somebody was trying to suggest something in your
Okay.
brain.
Wasn't one of the ice
Who,
talks
is this
either.
one of my brothers? Is it one of her brothers?
No, it is not.
Okay.
This one just appears to be like a kind of one of the typical like Neve Brotherhood
Okay.
members.
Listen, of course I will comply. I'm so frightened and helpless. I just want to know what I'll be doing.
Give me a deception check.
Okay. Oh, it's good. Because it's 13 plus 14.
27.
27. Do not worry. You will be most likely hauling supplies to help with the situation or building simple barricades. Nothing to worry
Are
about.
we under attack?
Potentially.
From who?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am. I'm sorry. I know that it is a scary situation, but don't worry. We'll make sure that you're taken care of. And he definitely has switched to like full on like big man helping out the damsel. Yeah.
I cast message again because it's only one round. I go, Fred, are you okay?
Oh, I'm perfect. I've got him right where I want him.
Please follow us.
Oh, of course.
And the other two people in the group, these two people that have been pulled out of this house, just a man and wife, they appear to be a bit more slack-jawed, a little bit more like unfocused as they are led out of the house as well.
Hang on.
That's Fred's vocal exercises
To
to make sure she doesn't get mind controlled.
Me.
It's counterspell.
Yeah, I will also say to Bolt, I mean, just be careful. They're trying mind control. Follow in the shadows.
I do have my heart. Thank you.
At the mention of it, it comes out,
I
which
thought
is
you
the
said
right
your
time.
heart. I'm like, are you the Tin Man? You are.
All right, so Fred is
scared,
led. Fred is led
Fred is left.
off to not you're kind of go towards the building, but then you hang a left around the stables area. Actually, sorry, you would be going south.
So
You are being
Where were
being
we?
led away
Where
from
were
the building. So you guys are probably across
Right
the
here?
square, yeah, around there.
maybe Bonnie's is that one or something.
Yep. And then you've got
I'm in the bell tower.
yep.
Which is here.
Victor is full on like committed to the original plan. Shit be damned. And you are being led south to that last yellow building right there.
How heavy is the bell? Would it be heavy enough that I could wedge my broom underneath it and lift it up if I held the knocker, so to speak, on the inside that makes it actually ring?
I mean,
Nice knockers. Okay, let's see.
You could put your broom through the hole in the top that the rope goes through.
That's what I'm wondering. Is like, would I be able to lift it off its thing and then
Let's-
hover it
let's look up, like,
precariously
the weight
over
of
the
a
top?
bell.
So if somebody comes out,
Bell
I want to drop it.
is
Is what I'm trying to do.
2,080 pounds.
Okay.
Oh no, it's 500 pounds is what the
Yeah.
It's
no.
probably too big.
Okay. Then I'll just take off just the ringer part. Because that's pretty heavy, right?
yeah.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
gonna
most church bells are between 300 and 4,500 pounds.
He's watching
Wow.
what's
So
happening.
even
He's
on
just
the-
waiting
even
for
on the
people to
light
come
end.
out below him, and he's just gonna whoop.
On now at like on the bell tower itself or the front entrance.
The front entrance.
Okay. So you've got the large piece of bell in your hand, and you're just waiting for somebody to exit
And then
the building.
He has another. Since there was 3 birds he threw up there, the other bird he like sets somewhere so it makes it look like that.
like that bird pushed.
And then the last bird, he's gonna put it on the. It's gonna look like a bunch of druids came and like mess with him.
Victor, you're playing 4D chess over here.
There's going to be like an Aneria-wide bulletin to go out and be like, look out for druids that turn into pigeons.
Yeah.
It's your turn to be on pigeon watch.
So you're being led away. You're setting up an ambush on the first person to come out of the door.
Yep.
And
Doesn't matter who.
Bolt, what about you? What are they doing?
Well, thanks, waiter, coming over and asking how my food is while I'm chewing on.
fish.
I see Fred start to get led away, and my part of the plan involves being led in by Fred, so I can't really do it. So I'm going to follow her, but I'm not going to go down the main thoroughfare. I'm going to go kind of like take a wider route. Basically, I'm just going to go like.
Okay, yeah. So you just start like following from alleyways. Give me a stealth check, but not with disadvantage for you because the advantage for like going through the alleys is going to cancel this out.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just fall in line with an automaton.
You haven't seen any gear cards.
That's true.
Which I assume is fully out of my line of sight. I'd still just be sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Like
So that's-
any moment now.
That's an 18.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow and track where they're heading.
Okay.
You see a few more Arcanum are going into different buildings, again pulling people out. There always is a member of the Neve Brotherhood Neve, I can't remember which one we used.
Brotherhood of Knees.
Yeah. That are escorting them, it seems like. And then you come around an alleyway and you see something that actually surprises you. And that is, namely, there are 2 Arcanum guards in this alley, or at least their corpses are.
I want to go out to them and medicine check to see how they died.
Sure. Give me that medicine check. While you're doing that, Victor, the door does open up and it looks like another guard steps out.
And we're talking about the one that's way down low, right?
Yep, so you got the 2 guards on the left and right, and then there's one coming out the middle. And you're going to just...
I will literally just drop it,
Okay.
and I will use all my movement to like go hide somewhere.
Okay. Give me another stealth check as this basically cracks him on the head and is going to knock him at least unconscious. because even with the helmet on, that's going to ring your bell.
That's a 3, but plus 15, so 18.
Okay.
Ring my bell.
But as I'm running, he'll go. As he books it.
Side mission complete. Yeah, you do hear.
You pull your goblet out, and you're like, all of the knees broken.
I am the darkness that flaps in the night. I am
I was gonna
Darkwing
say
Pigeon.
you need the epic
Let's-
die.
Yeah, fine. So you do hear shouts of alarm, and eventually they come up to the top of the Neve,
You're Naruto running
the bell
across
tower.
the roofs. Like,
So the guards come up from the bell tower, and they start looking around, and you're listening for your plan to go off, and you just hear, I think somebody's trying to frame pigeons for this.
there's a lot of pigeon noises in this town.
Back to Bolt.
I rolled
What's your
a
medicine?
7.
Another
A
pigeon
7?
at the bell.
One of them appears to have just been stabbed through the heart. Pretty easy to see, like right through the armor. The other one you can't really see any clear marks on, and you're wondering how they died when you suddenly realize that they're not actually dead. They're just not doing anything. And you check their eyes aren't dilating. They are very unresponsive. Like, they're still breathing, but they're not doing much.
Even the one that's got stabbed in the chest.
No, the one that stabbed in the chest is dead. The other one.
The other one is still alive,
Appears to be still alive.
but unresponsive. Like if I
Yes.
are you okay? Like kind of like give him a little shake.
Yeah, you
pat
give
him
them
on,
a shake,
you know.
pat them, speak a little bit to them, but they do not respond. And no, I will not be acting out a blank stare.
Shocking grasp. I will cast defibrillate. Actually, that's a good question. I don't have any. I will take one of my. I don't have it on me. I'm gonna have to just leave him because I left all my potions and stuff on the ship.
Yep.
I could teleport back and grab my teleport back.
Can you teleport outside of this?
You haven't tested that yet.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
a good question.
You really
Teleport.
don't know much
Boom.
about this this barrier.
Yeah, I could
Obviously,
come
it's
out.
just an
I could come
outline of
out
Bolt
with
hidden.
my head on backwards and then be like, "Why didn't anyone tell me my butt was so big?"
They tried. They kept talking about your butt all the time, but you didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I like big buttresses and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
I will just try to. Can I move the body so it's kind of like not in the way, off the side, so it doesn't get trampled? It doesn't get.
Yeah, it's already in an alleyway, so it's not guaranteed to get trampled or anything, but you can kind of like set it kind of in like a tuck it behind some pallets or something.
I would like to try to like investigate or something and try to see if there's anything on them that could help in this situation. Maybe like an Arcanum badge or like a signet or something that maybe I could control some. Are they part of the Gear Guard now still?
No, the Arcanum and the Gear Guard are two separate entities.
things. Okay.
Yeah.
But
You can find like their Arcanum badges. That isn't
I'll
difficult.
take one off the dead guy. I won't take
Okay.
the one off the living guy.
As you're kind of investigating, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 27.
You're laying out the other guard. You're laying him out. No, you're settling him in.
He moans like, punch him.
And you're making sure that his head is safe. It's not it's not at a weird angle or anything. And you catch like a little glint in the eyes. And as you kind of like lean in to look a little closer, you see that it almost looks like there's an image that's burned onto the eyes themselves.
on the dead one.
Not the dead one, the unresponsive one.
Yeah. Can I look close?
Yeah. It appears to be a Brotherhood of Neve guard.
Oh, and if you
Kind
cut
of
off their
reaching out.
head and then put it like in the eyes behind
With
the
the candle.
projector.
Yeah, upside down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it appears they look like they're wearing a bit fancier of garb. They've got like a plume on the top of their head, but they are kind of like reaching out, and that is the last thing that this person.
I will cast message towards Fred. I don't need to be in line of sight. It just says, point toward a creature within range, and it can go around. It says it can go around corners and through solid objects and stuff.
Okay.
So
That's right. Message, the most overpowered cantrip.
Yes.
and I'm gonna say, Fred, I found an Arcanum Guard. He's unconscious. There's an image of a Brotherhood of Neve in his eyes, and I will describe the image as best I can.
Okay.
Does this sound familiar?
Most of the armor sounds typical of what you're seeing
But like
here.
the plume. And
The plume definitely rings a bell because the twins love to wear plumes on their helmets. It is a weird little thing.
Twins. They're really into plumes. I really don't get it, to be honest with you.
twins.
My brothers. I think they're here. That means there are 4 of us.
There are 4 bloodbanes in this barrier.
I mean, technically I'm a dragon's bane now, but you know.
Bloodbanes.
Do
in
you
the
have
bubble.
some kind of special powers that activate when the 4 get near? Like,
No, it's
Could we
inverse
use-
When
ninja
our
law, so they
powers
actually get
combine.
weaker.
Gotcha.
That's why Fred needs to take out her family so
Right.
that she could be the most powerful of them.
There can be only one.
Yes. Just Highlander rules.
Cut off their heads and you gain their power.
Yep. It's at this point that the guard that's kind of been escorting you comes up and says, "It's all right, ma'am," because he basically saw you kind of like whispering to yourself. You probably looked a little crazy.
So here's the weird thing. Little side note. It says, so the recipient can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Do you know what? I will just
It's a weird way to say
use-
that. Do they mean that only the receiving thing can hear?
Basically,
or is it...
they're like moving their lips, but only
Okay.
you can actually
okay.
hear what
I
they're
got
saying.
you. Cool.
So
Well,
it looks like you're hysterical.
Well,
you know.
I was going to say,
You're doing like what Shep does with his little shaky jaw.
as they're watching me looking crazy, I'll actually use telepathic speech if we're within 30 feet of one another.
So
I would
you're,
say
you're in the building
probably
here, and I'm like right around the corner.
Yeah,
there.
I would say so. It's about like 50 meters, not 50 meters. It's 100. It's
can
900
I see
feet.
him?
No, you can't see.
Okay,
him.
then I count.
Yeah.
So the best way, and this is just a tip, the best way I've found to try to determine distances is Mom and Dad's house, what we grew up in, is 40 feet long from end to end. So it's a good way to, and the yard itself is just about 50.
Yeah, no, I already calculated this.
Okay.
Because the bubble I said was 900 feet in
Right.
diameter.
I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to be like, can the house fit between these 2 points if you wanted to do that? So,
Yep.
but she said 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
For the
And I have to
telepathic.
see you.
So the doors to this. It
I
looks
will
almost
cast
like
message every 10 seconds.
I also have message, so I can cast it back.
Just pointing back at each other.
The doors to a tailoring shop open up. That's what you're led to here, and you see there's a couple other
What's it
people.
called? You don't have to.
It's
You just came up with nomenclature so good.
It's the wool thread, I believe is what the name was. I can't pull up because this is on like a city maker, and for some reason it's not working on this computer. I can't get it to pull up. So it is called the wool thread. We'll just call it that and call it good there.
Have a yarn.
There are a couple other civilians standing around. Again, there are kind of these blank stares that you've been getting, and a couple more guards that are
Man,
standing.
how many concentration slots do these people get?
Well, there's a lot of them, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
They are standing basically towards this back room, and one of the guards like checks in there frequently, and he checks once more as you come in. And he goes, "Shipment's here," and the doors open up, and the one that actually brought you in says, "Everyone, please grab a crate and head towards the headquarter building." And they shuffle in one by one, and they come out with a not a rather large crate, just kind of they're like
Like an apple
pouring
crate?
around. Yeah, like an apple crate, filled with food stuffs, and it's kind of emblazoned with a cartoonish whale on the side with an apple in its mouth. So, and then they're just carrying that one after the other. And the one actually comes up to you and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, "Are you going to be all right? Is this going to be okay?"
I'm just a widow.
You're laying out a bit thick at this point.
Yes, I'm fine.
He's also a bit thick.
I think I could probably lift one of these. What's inside of them?
Just food supplies in case we need it.
Oh. For what?
For a potential siege.
But why is there a potential siege? I don't understand.
I'm not at liberty to say, but just...
How many of them are there that can I see?
Yeah, you can see how many guards are there, how many...
Not civilians.
So
guards.
there's probably, I would say at this point you've got 6 that are wearing the regular Arcanum gear, and then you've got 3 of the ones that are in the darker uniforms.
So I'll send a message while you're toying with this guy. Be like, do we need to put a stop to this right now?
Really
At least for this part.
I don't think so. They're just transporting food.
And taking control of all the citizens' minds.
I mean, yes.
That's probably on the list of laws against controlling others with magic.
It could be.
Well, where are the little cone heads then?
Cut to them outside the barrier. Sorry. Are you like carrying a crate at this point, or are
They
you
talk like
still
battle
talking?
droids.
Because
Roger,
if
Roger.
you're getting and sending messages, you're probably like that's going to be a bit concerning.
Okay, she'll go over to one and like pretend like she can't lift it. Oh, it's so heavy.
Give me another deception check.
Put your everything into
not
it.
Good. Not good at all. Well, maybe. That was a 17, actually.
17. We're going to give this guy disadvantage because you've already kind of convinced him.
He pulled the wool over his eyes.
That's all right. There's a smaller barrel right here, and he hands kind of a smaller barrel of something that sloshes a little bit, but it's much lighter.
What was this alcohol?
And he pops the top open and checks, and he goes, lamp oil.
Oh, what a shame. We could have had a good time.
I'm on duty. Sorry. And he picks up the crate that you were
I don't
supposed to
drink
take.
lamp oil.
Gives you kind of like a...
Your loss.
So you start heading back towards the headquarters.
Great. We will.
Yeah, and then you get
I will
bolts.
I will follow.
Again, right behind. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't stop or change your directions or do anything else, you will end up in the headquarters in just a moment here. Victor, what about you?
That's fine. I
Underneath
wanted
the
to go there
bell.
anyway.
What kind of material is directly beneath the bell?
Wood.
It's wood, okay.
Yep. Because there's probably like a wood trap door.
And the person that popped up did not match Bell's description.
No. Just because his name is Bell doesn't mean he's the one who checks on the bell.
That's why Sir named him that.
Yep.
So
You're the bell
You're the bell boy.
I would like to I probably during this, he'd get antsy and try and look around, so he'd pull out the spyglass and see if he could spot anyone. So I assume at the point where they're going back here, he'd probably see him over here.
Yeah.
If he's in this
Yep.
kind of
You see the ship,
line
and
of
as you
sight.
look down, you can see the line of people. Some are standing near the ship. They are building. Well, actually, the ones that are standing like directly underneath the ship are just kind of being lined up. You can see Fred as you pass by. You can see Bonnie is among them, and she's just kind of giving that very slack-jawed look that everybody else is getting. There are ones kind of towards the outer edge that appear to be building barricades in the streets under the command of the Brotherhood, and then you can also see Fred as she is basically in a line heading into the headquarters itself.
Fred,
I will say...
Fred, should we...
Sorry.
Do you want me to follow you in? What do you think?
Let's see how this plays out.
Okay, I will stay outside but nearby.
Very good.
Okay. I will say at this point, because they have been going up and down so much in the night with the bell tower, the alarm traps or the alarm spells have been disabled because it's too much hassle just to leave them on.
Okay.
And plus the barrier's up now. Like they're like
so
whatever.
Victor's gonna, I guess, stealth up, and I want to begin trying to sabotage the supports for the bell,
Okay.
so that I would be able to let the bell fall, in theory, and in an emergency situation to block their exit if I was to need to escape.
Okay.
Just seeing what's going on over there, he's like, I don't know what's going on with them, but I'm going to trust that they know what's going on.
You have one job, and it's bell.
And so my job is the bell tower, and I'm going to do it really good.
Yes.
We all had one job, and it was bell.
Yeah.
But apparently not.
Okay. What's that sleight of hand for that one?
So sleight of hand. Oh, let's go back over here. That's a plus 20, so it's 31. And I'm basically going to take like one of the daggers and just make it kind of like in this like a cantilever type scenario where if it's removed, it's definitely going to just kind of.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you've got that trap set up, ready to go. Fred, you are led inside to the main hall, like the entrance hall. Everyone else is kind of directed, like all the civilians are directed off to one side that are carrying supplies. But you can see towards the back of the hall, like where it's connected to the officers' offices. You can see Belle speaking with one of the twins. They're wearing like light blue plumes on their helmets and light blue capes. It's very easy to recognize them. They've always kind of had this flair for the dramatic. And you can hear them kind of like quietly talking to each other rather rapidly. And if you pause to like look at them, the guard behind you will go, "It's over to the left, ma'am."
Okay. Let's see.
I'm just waiting for the sign.
Which is a giant bell crashing down.
Where she's at. Can she see where the bell hatch is?
Yeah, so there's probably...
Is it visible?
So there's... The stairs probably lead up to a second level. Well...
And would it be like a hatch with a ladder kind of thing?
Yeah, it's
so
kind
like
of
if
like
it opened
a hatch.
and you'd be able to necessarily see it?
I'm going to attempt charm person on this.
Okay.
guy.
What is the roll that needs to be done there?
Wisdom save. 17.
Okay. You reach towards their mind to try and like lay it on even thicker, and suddenly they step back because they are immune to being charmed, actually. Unfortunately.
Naturally.
Yep. And he steps back. So give me a quick Arcana or Deception check to see if you can like cover the tracks that it was you.
Alright, that was cocked.
Because Charm Person technically is it does have a somatic.
That's a 20 for deception.
Okay. He kind of shakes his head a little bit, and he goes, "If you'll excuse me, I need to go check on something." And he sets the crate down, and he turns and he starts heading right for Belle and the twin.
Rats.
Can I quietly open the hatch and
Sure.
kind of peer in?
Yep.
Stealth would be... It's a 19 plus my whatever.
So, as the only one that knows the plan of the people in the building right now, Fred probably has like one eye stalk facing towards the bell.
I'm just looking
She's
in
got her
like,
hood up still.
Well, yeah, it's just kind of like
Oh, I see.
from my perspective,
up Periscope.
Yeah.
do I get the sense that anything's wrong?
Yeah, I think at this point the barrier, the airship, kind of gave you that inkling. But seeing Fred kind of standing there with a small barrel looking over at this trio that are now like quietly, rapidly whispering to one another.
So I would assume then that she's been mind controlled in some way.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take one of the pigeons and I'm going to write a little note saying, "Hey, bird brain, come and get me." And I'm going to throw it in like a grenade and then drop the hatch noisily.
Okay. All three of them like look up in the direction as the corpse of a pigeon.
And it's like, it's tied around its leg, just like, World War II type, whatever.
Oh, like carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon.
And the twin picks it up and he looks at it and he goes, "I think we have an intruder." And the Bella is actually going to leap, and he does that kind of like telekinetic leap that Fred is known for, up to the top of the bell tower.
Jedi jump.
Are you going to wait until the hatch opens, or you're just...
As soon as I throw it and I hear movement inside, I'm gonna pull it and then run.
Okay.
Not necessarily run, but like try and go and regroup find where the others are at. Because
So the timing on this is going to have to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a...
Perception check.
Yeah, probably perception.
Perception. Okay.
Technically, he does have true sight or whatever, so
Blind
it
spotting
probably advantage on
That's
this.
true. Okay.
So Fred sees Bell jump up towards the ladder leading up to the bell tower. The twin
The hidden
is
tower.
So that's a 9 plus.
with an advantage.
That's with advantage. I rolled a 3 and a 4. So that's a 9 plus 4, so that's going to be 13 to listen. And if I don't, like I said, as soon as it opens, I would just go, ah!
Yeah.
Pull the thing.
Yeah, I would say that you're probably only going to do half damage with this because you pull it too soon.
Okay.
As soon as you hear like the footsteps hit the ground, instead of like when you hear the feet on the ladder, that's when you're going to pull it. So we'll get to that in a moment here. You just watch Belle leap up.
Yeah.
The twin is rushing towards the door.
Yeah.
Already like talking under his breath. You know that he's communicating with the other twin. They have they are literally twin bonded.
Yeah.
They share all sorts of psychic connections, that kind of thing.
Why did I let you have that?
And is that what Fred says?
No, she is going to. I rolled and I decided, okay, if it's 10 and under, she's gonna act irrationally.
Okay.
If it's above, then she'll try and stay the course and stick to the plan. And I rolled a 5. So she just takes
gonna act
off
just
the
like Fred.
hood of her cloak and says, my family reunion.
And the twin screeches to a halt. Turns to you and says, "Fred?
Which one is this?
You can't tell. You can never tell until they tell you to.
Hello,
Until
Les.
they tell you.
Fred?
Yeah.
Ba-gong, ba-gong.
The warn?
So it comes crashing through the
I
ceiling.
think that's the sign.
Less.
I was close.
50-50 shot.
50-50 shot. At this point, yes, the bell does crash down on Bell. Go ahead and roll me 4d8 and cut it in half.
Wait, are they like not identical twins? Like it's very obvious.
I'm going to leave that up to
They're
you
fraternal
as the
twins.
creator of your family. Are they identical twins, or are they just...
Is one a boy and one a girl?
No, there are no other girls.
No, that's the only girl.
48 cut it in half.
Yes.
So it was a 19. So that's going to be 11.
9.
9. Sorry,
Yep.
yeah, 9 because we round down.
9 bludgeoning damage. Need to remember that. Just in case here.
That's good, though. Drop a bell on someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
good.
2,000-pound bell.
It's probably not that much. It's probably
And,
like 7.
Yeah, that's true.
Les is going to pull his blade out and point it directly at you and say, "Why don't you just stand down?"
I haven't even done anything. I was helping bring supplies in here for what? Are you under attack? I'm not really sure.
He
what's
jerks his
happening.
hand back over to Bell, who is groaning as he's kind of like stumbling around.
Birds of a feather fly together.
Oh, allow me to introduce my friend Victor. I'm
Did
his
you come
best
down the
man.
shaft too after him?
Yeah.
Just riding on the broom?
I will come
Victor
down
of the Wayward Watch.
Ding.
Victor Udanta of the Six.
I am
Reeds.
here 6 feet.
I lean around the door and go, "Hi, I'm Bolts."
The two guards at the door jump in surprise. I'm not even going to make you roll for
I
that.
am here to save you all from the
Well, they heard the
tyranny
bell,
of
they were-
democracy.
Okay, I think it's at this point we're going to go ahead and get into combat.
Okay.
Plan has absolutely gone off the rails as we expected, and we'll be right back with the
Whose
battle
fault
map.
was that? Cory.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Who's the one who's been playing with a bell all evening?
It was the plan. I gotta stick to the plan.
All right, let's go ahead and reveal the battle map tonight and roll some initiatives. Woo!
Is there any like civilians or anything else out here?
Currently, you're too far away from like where the rest of the civilians are gathered, which is probably a good thing because there's about to be a lot of commotion.
Oh, sad.
There will be a number of rounds
I got
before
a
reinforcements
very
arrive, just to let you know.
poopy Initiative.
What that number is, I'll keep to myself. Bolt, what did you get for initiative?
21.
21.
I rolled a crit.
Ooh, nice. Victor,
Nice.
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. What'd you roll for that?
I rolled a 15 and it's +5.
I'm just trying to compare.
I know.
Yeah.
I rolled a 20 and I got up
and
and
then
plus 1.
Oh.
6.
6. All right.
I was like, what's going on here? I don't know.
I'm letting everyone else get a turn in before I...
The
you're
not
like
knowing
dramatic-
which twin was which kind
you're
of
just,
threw
like,
you off.
Dramatically, like standing there with the knife. You know that image of the cat that looks really smug to be at knife point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Fred is right now.
The eye stalks
Yeah.
make cat ears. And then go.
I'm thinking they go into horns.
We're actually, oh yeah, very much so. I need fight music. Battle sounds.
I'm just trying to figure out where Victor went.
He's on the roof. Or
yeah,
whatever.
where is Victor?
Right there.
Because he came down
He came down. Yeah.
Oh, he's over here.
the chimney.
Yep.
That's why I was so confused. Okay.
Yeah, he's probably on that same one. We'll say that Bell is down one step.
Is it here or?
It's there. Yeah,
This-
that's
this
Bell.
is Bell?
Yep. He's probably down one step, and he is
And I am-
prone currently.
I'm on the bell, the
Yeah.
metal bell, standing on.
Currently bonding with it, so you can use it as a weapon.
The shards of the bell.
Okay, that would be cool.
Pretty cool
Like,
idea.
I've called them blade dancers for so long, but really they can do any weapon. It's just sort of a
Can ring
preference.
my bell.
Bolt, it is your turn first.
Yeah, so I kind of peek around the corner and go, hi, I'm Bolt. After you two do your entrance.
The guards will react and activate their shields and pull out their batons when you're suddenly there.
And I'll go, I will reach out and I'm going to try to grapple this guard.
Okay.
Okay, the one to my right here, number one.
Go ahead and give me that.
So it's
check.
I'll bonus action and grow big, first of all.
Okay. Hi, I'm Bolt.
I'm Bolt. Okay. Then I will grapple number one. So that is, you get to choose strength or athletics, whichever is better.
Yep.
But I get advantage because I'm big. Oh, that is a 31.
Yeah, you definitely grapple him.
Yep. And then I'm going to grapple the other one in the other hand.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try to. Because I can do 2. We looked that up a couple ago. That seemed to be okay. So,
Yeah.
8 or a 5.
Yeah.
Let's see.
the 8's going to do it.
20. Yeah, so that's a 20.
Yeah, so you grab both of these guards after growing big.
Yep. And then I will action surge. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to
Smash them together.
Smash them together, yes.
Yeah, I'll say basically you can make one attack on each of them.
Okay.
No, you know what? Make 2 attacks. No. Sorry. Yeah, make me 2 attacks, but you're basically hitting them both at the same time with these attacks.
Okay.
I'm going to allow it this time.
Okay.
Because
So,
it works.
one is a 15, and I'm going to roll epic die. That's +6, so 21.
Okay. 21 does not hit. However, there are special rules for these Arcanum guards, so you're going to roll the damage for me anyway.
And then the
second
other one
attack,
is a 27.
27 will hit, so
Okay.
you'll definitely roll me damage for that.
Okay. So I just roll.
So these are number 1 and 2, is that right?
Yep.
Yes.
So this is. I'll roll two sets of damage, right?
Yeah, give me the first set of damage first.
Okay. The missed one.
Because that has a special. The missed one has a special. Because when they take. Right now they've got their shields activated, but their shields have like a barrier of hit points before they're deactivated.
Sure.
This is pretty standard Arcanum stuff.
That is
You have one
12.
of these, technically.
12 thunder damage.
12, okay, so that's 12 off of their temps. Is basically how I'm calculating that on my end. You don't need to know that. And then the actual damage for the hit.
Which I'm going to add in the 6 from Giant's Might.
Okay.
The D6, sorry, not the 6.
Yeah.
18, and 13 of it is thunder damage.
Okay.
And they both have the disadvantage on anyone but me. Fred, and I'm holding these two I'm almost doing the whole like holding them by their foreheads type of a deal, and they're swinging at me. I'm gonna need my shield, if you don't mind.
Did you say 13?
13 thunder damage and then 5
okay.
giant damage.
5 giant damage. Okay.
Giant's my damage.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you smash them together. Their shields you see the shields kind of take the brunt of half the blow, but they still get their bells rung. Mm-hmm. That's the theme for tonight. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes. So I can move
half your speed.
Half my speed, but it would be quarter of my speed because I've got 2 of them, I'd imagine. Unless that doesn't matter.
I don't think that matters. I don't think it's like half for each grappled creature.
When you move, you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved unless it's 2 or more sizes smaller than you.
Which is not 2 or more. But yeah, I think it's just halved.
So, and I don't think I get extra speed for being giant. I'm pretty sure I don't.
No, you just get extra squares for being big.
So I can move 15. So in that case, I'm going to just drag them into the room. So 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
With me.
Yep. And they are definitely like struggling in your grip, trying to.
Yeah. And I've got them. I'm going to put them right. I'm going to hold them right in front of me, basically.
Perfect.
As they come in. Okay, that's it. That's my turn.
All right, Victor, it is your turn.
All right. I am going to, I believe, attack. I'm going to use a bonus action first, using my pact slot, to hex the prone individual in front of me.
Okay.
So he is hexed, which means that I'll deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage whenever I land an attack. I am going to be attacking with non-lethal damage.
Okay. And don't you crit on the 19 with Hex, or is that... is that Hexblade's Curse?
I think it's
Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Hexblade's Curse. So I am going to hit, again, attack with... This will be with Moonfang.
Okay. So advantage, because he is prone.
11 for the first roll. 17 for the second. And that is Moonfang here, which is a plus 11, so that is going to be 28.
Yeah, 28 will definitely hit. Roll me all that damage. All that non-lethal damage as your dagger comes down.
Yes.
You flip to the pommel at the last second.
So this is...
It's like in Firefly when he's doing the duel, and they're like, "Oh, you're a good man," and then he stabs him afterwards. He's like, "Well, I'm all right."
I'm all right.
Yeah.
And he stabs him again, and you're like, "I'm just okay."
So 9 base damage plus 6, so that's going to be 15 damage plus
And then
the sneak attack.
This
The
is
computer
where the
just tried to
good
add a
stuff
0 in there, like 150 damage. Plus 28?
Plus 28.
43.
That was the bell dropping those 150 damage.
Okay, 43.
Yep. So that's... I just want to... I'm not necessarily wanting to grapple him,
Mm-hmm.
but would I be able to, like, if he's prone, would I be able to, like, put my foot into his chest and make it difficult for him to stand up?
Not really.
Not really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that would be a grapple.
That
you
would be a
have to
grapple.
do. Yep.
Okay. So, yes. So I'm just going to I'll stay there up here. Belle, your sister loves you, so I guess I will not...
She has a funny way of showing it.
I will
Sicking her dog on me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm more of a cat, thank you.
Considering how much you push things off of other things, yes.
She
And
just pushed
the
them all
things
back.
that you do to birds.
Yeah.
The third Arcanum Guard is going to
bird beetle
activate their shield as well.
Okay.
And they are going to rush to the defense of their comrades.
Towards
Yep,
Bolt.
towards Bolt. And they are making 2 attacks here. The first one is an 11 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. And the second one is a 23 to
That
hit.
hits.
Okay.
How much
So
hits?
you are going to take
Sorry.
9 lightning damage, but I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please, because they basically activate the little lightning stun on their baton to try and limit your movements.
This body, you don't have the lightning.
No, you don't. It doesn't have lightning healing in this body, unfortunately.
No. Dang it. I didn't get to use that hardly at all before I died.
Perfect. Isn't that just the game?
Constitution save, right?
Yep.
King, the king.
21.
21. You are good.
Circle.
All right. Next up is Les, and he is going to.
Less is more.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Thorn.
He is actually going to cast Blur on himself. So he is concentrating. As he just starts to you can just see. It's almost like reality is kind of shifting. You know, when somebody attacks you with like when Vertigo attacks you and you're in the DC universe or something, and you just everything kind of warps around him. So he's going to be harder to hit.
I always hated when you did this.
Or like in Dune when they turn on their little bracelet things when they're doing like knife fighting. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I've not seen Dune yet.
Pretty good.
Well, someone, my living boyfriend, watched it without me.
How dare they? And then they are going to use a.
Does that make them invisible or anything? Does it give them a specific? Okay.
It's just disadvantage on
to
attack rolls against them.
Okay. I was trying to see if there was a.
And is this
specific.
like mirror image? It's not like mirror image where there's multiple, and when you hit, one of them disappears.
Correct. The attacker is immune to this effect if it doesn't rely on sight, such as blind sight, or can see through illusions with true sight.
Or AoE.
Victor. Yeah, AoE doesn't count because it doesn't
Natural
require an
predator.
And then
we have Fireball
he is going to step behind you, and what I mean by that is he is going to teleport behind you.
Okay.
On the other side, like in the doorway there, in that open doorway. Yeah,
His
just
cape
getting
is
ready to.
too dramatic to get in the doorway.
Yep.
No capes.
Okay. Then it is Belle, who is going to stand up.
Do not stand.
I will not stand for this.
Okay. And then he is going to. First of all, he's going to bring his spear. It's not that specific halberd because you have that one. You took it off of him when you arrested him. Kidnapped is more
Arrested.
like it.
We don't kidnap. It was human trafficking. No.
Which is against the law. We don't go against.
kidnap. We kid adopt.
Yes, we adopted Kid, first of all. Second
he
of
napped
all,
on
He
the
did
ship.
take a nap though.
did he?
Yeah, when he got all magic overdosed.
Oh, yeah. I tried to ignore him, remember?
So that is going to be. The first attack is a 20 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, I'm going to calculate these before higher than that.
You know, our tank should probably
And
have
a
more HP
crit.
or more AC.
I will reduce the damage.
On the crit, I'm assuming?
Crit. Yep.
Yep. Okay, so let me give you the crit damage first so you can reduce it.
You wouldn't hit the guy with the blindfold, would you?
He smashes right into your face.
You're not wearing a blindfold. Yeah, but I own one.
19 force damage cut in half, so 9
Okay.
is what we established.
Okay.
And then for the other 2 hits, we have a total of, and I'm just calculating both of these together, so don't think that I'm doing more damage.
Nope, you're good.
30 force damage combined for the other 2 hits.
Listen, I know we wanted to have a pointed conversation, but I'm
And
not
then-
trying to kill you.
So he slashes at you 3 times. He had disadvantage on all these attack rolls
Oh yeah, because of the
because of the cloak.
cloak.
So the first one missed. Give yourself 13 hit points back.
Okay.
The second one did hit, so the crit would have hit as well. So
Okay.
yep. And then your cloak faded at that when the second one hit you. And then you watch as he does this, and you're wondering what the heck that is, and then you hear the bell rushing for you from behind. So make me a
He goes like
dexterity
this,
saving
and I
throw.
go,
You're like, that's
Boom.
sign language.
a salute.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
If it's dex save, I will use my dodginess. But it's...
Your evasion.
Yeah, my evasion. Let's see, 10 plus dex. So that'd be 20.
20 is a success, so you duck under it at the last minute.
What do you do? Oh!
Yeah, and it kind of just like hangs over his head a little bit, and he's just going to hold it there as he grabs his weapon with both hands. So he's got a little bit of a extra power going on there.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
The Neve Brotherhood guard, standing there in the middle, is going to rush towards Fred and make a trio of attacks against her.
All the way up to her, like directly?
Yep. And you are wearing your shield now, so that's good.
Yes. Yes, it is.
You're looking at a 22 AC.
First one is a miss. Second one's a miss. Third one is a 25.
Something is amiss.
Boo.
So that's going to be 8 piercing damage
Okay.
and 8 psychic damage. As he brings his hand around, it kind of forms that psychic blade that you saw back in the arena.
Okay, I'm resistant to psychic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you actually get psychic resistance from your class? Nice.
Yeah. So it was a halved.
Yes, resistance is half.
So 8 plus 4. 12.
Resistance is halved.
Okay, so as a reaction, I want to use
Half
my
resistance.
telekinetic reprisal.
Okay.
If I take damage from someone within 10 feet of me, they have to make a strength saving throw. DC 17.
They succeed. 21.
Okay. And on success, you take half as much damage and you aren't pushed. So
Perfect. Go ahead and calculate that damage for me.
I'm just gonna do this.
Hi, badges.
So just 3.
Okay, so just 3 damage.
3 force.
3 force damage. Okay, that is doable.
That's doable?
That is doable.
Okay, good.
Yep. Sorry.
Doable damage. Doable damage. Double
it would have
damage.
been better if you didn't succeed, and then I could have pushed you away. It's very cool.
Kind of gives you this weird look. It kind of like looks over your shoulder, and Les is just like shaking his head slightly. At which point, Les is actually going to do something more.
But I know that
because-
they have bothered you in the past. But you really shouldn't push your family away.
They're not. They're family by blood, perhaps. Yes.
So. Les is standing there, and he's kind of again he's blurring a little bit. But one thing that you know about Les and Thorn is they can kind of cast spells through one another. So
Right.
it's not too difficult to imagine as a pair of force blasts, basically like a witch bolt, comes out and tries to strike at you.
Okay.
Not witch bolt. It's
Lightning lure.
Which bolt?
Oh no, it is a witch bolt, so it is lightning. Yes. Which is an attack roll, and that is a 23 to hit.
Okay. I already used my reaction.
Okay. So you are just going to take 12 lightning damage. And this arc of lightning is basically connected to you, like between the two of you, and you know that that's going to continue on until
Yeah, it's
Until
cool
it
if
ends.
you have it.
yeah.
Well, is that a concentration?
It is a concentration by Thorn,
Oh, I
who
got
is
you.
not currently here.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, we already have a concentration spell going on.
But it is now Fred's turn.
She is going to... She's actually going to use her Thorn Piercer.
Okay.
Because... she's thinking... I don't know. It's hard to compete against something that you've been training with your whole life, you know?
Yeah.
So she'll use it as a short sword. if you will allow her to already have had that prepared.
Yeah, I think in the dramatic flourish, you probably you pulled out your sword as well.
Okay.
Yeah, full on magical transformation again, like that.
All right. So first attack. Oh,
Stabby.
funny bone.
Right on the flippy thing.
Oh, that was such a. Oh, it still feels weird. Hang on.
I need a technical difficulties thing that we can put up.
It hurts.
Please stand by with
Yep.
a little music.
What is that? Like your ulnar nerve?
Ulnar.
Okay. We're better. Okay.
Future Cory, that was not a clap for anything. Just kidding.
No, okay.
I don't pay attention that much.
As a bonus action, I'll cast Hexblade's Curse
Okay.
on
Less.
Les.
Okay.
Which was less? Sword?
Plume.
Plume.
Yeah. Yes, sword, but
Vile plume sword.
plume and cloak.
So is he hexed then?
He is indeed.
Oh, yeah, take my hex. Okay, so first attack.
That's what you say to him. Take my hex.
Hex upon you and your family. Wait.
Oh, it's
Hex
not
upon you
good.
and some of your family.
It is also with disadvantage because
Your blood relatives, because they're all adopted, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's 15 to hit.
15 will miss.
Okay, second attack. Let me use my other die. That was out of the box anyway. But oh, now I roll good. But the bad one I have to take. 19 to hit.
19 would hit, but he's going to parry. So you like come in and he parries and he's like, I know all of your moves at this point.
You're annoying.
Although the magic is new.
Oh, do you like that?
No, I don't. It feels very dark.
Are you jealous?
No.
Okay.
No, of course not.
Third attack is 27.
Yeah, that one will hit. That one definitely, like, the magic definitely throws him off guard and you're able to get in and land a hit against him.
Okay, so doop. Nope, not you. Here you are. And I'll add in a psionic energy die
Okay.
to do psionic strike. Also, because it's with my short sword, he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He does not make his con save.
So 17 plus 1d6. So 17, 18, 19, 20.
20.
Plus 5, because he's Hex Blade Curse.
Oh, nice. Okay, so 25.
25.
And then he did not make his Constitution saving throw. Was that just the
That was
1d6?
including that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now does that poison him as well? Is it also say that he's poisoned?
Yes, he's poisoned until the end of his next turn.
Okay. Alrighty. Which means he has disadvantage as well. Oh,
good.
and he also needs to roll a concentration check, which is a 12?
What was the total?
25.
25.
12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, half that.
He makes his concentration. So he's still blurry. He is still what you look like
That is-
when I take off my glasses.
Does anyone else have concentration stuff? Do you have concentration stuff right now? Is that Hexblade?
Hexblade's not a concentration.
Is
no.
it?
He has hex on him as well.
So he has Hex? He's Hex?
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, I forgot to roll the hex damage
Oh yeah.
for Bell.
New stuff.
There for next time.
Who's concentrating? Is it Plume or not Plume?
Plume.
Plume.
Well, other guy. Did some
They're both
fun.
concentrating.
Oh, they both are on stuff? Okay.
No. He's not. Sorry. The brother,
the other
which we
twin
cannot
that's not
see.
in this.
Oh,
combat.
that's not him.
Sir not
Got it.
appearing. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
The one that's using him like a
Familiar. What was that? Hex damage then?
Oh, do you want me to roll it?
Yeah.
I was just saying that I forgot it last time.
That's fine.
6.
That doesn't change things too much.
Yeah.
So
Describe killing him.
the
Sorry, knocking him unconscious.
the two guards that you are grappling will go next.
Okay.
And both of them will start out with one giving you a 21 to hit,
Misses.
And grapple doesn't impose disadvantage, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And the other one is a 22 to hit.
That one hits right on.
Okay. So...
They're both like, let go of me.
Yeah. 18 damage, and
Is it force damage?
some of it's lightning.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other one will try the same thing against you. That one didn't require a Constitution saving throw. This one is a crit, which you cannot be crits, which is to hit. And that is going to be 7 lightning damage, and you need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 29.
29 is good enough. And then the other hit against you is an 18, so that does not hit. Okay. Yep. So they just start like beating on you, trying to get their hands free, kind of thing. But that is that, and we are on to round number 2. At this point, not alarms, but like shouts are going up, and you know that it's reaching outside. Obviously, Thorn is aware that something is going on, so there's definitely going to be a response from outside
Brad,
at some point.
Can any of your brothers fight in the dark?
Yes. I don't know. Can they?
Ooh, that's a good question. Would Sir have taught you guys blind fighting? I wouldn't think so.
Nope.
Good. Victor, take a good advantage of this. And as an action, I'm going to cast
Darkness?
Fog
Cloud?
Fog Cloud right here, which puts you in it, and gets Bell out as well. So,
Okay.
there you go.
And Victor is definitely not affected by that.
Yep. That's what I did there.
Nice.
So yeah, it
Is Fog Cloud somatic components?
let me see.
Because your hands are full right now.
His hands like this, and then the backs of his hands come out with like extra.
Where does it say? Yes, verbal and somatic.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I will just drop one of them.
Okay. Which one do you want to drop?
I will drop number 1.
Okay.
I'll just lift him in the air and drop, and then I'll cast it.
Okay. Yeah. He tumbles to the ground. He's no longer grappled.
Is he prone? Because he.
You can't drop him higher than 10 feet, can you? I guess you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me 1d6 of damage as you drop him to the ground, and he will fall prone.
5.
5.
5 damage. He is prone.
I imagine most of the damage is just because of the weight of the armor that he has to support as he hits the ground.
Was that 2 or 3?
Oh, that was number 1.
Or
Like
1?
if you ever jumped off something with a really big backpack on, you know it hurts the feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll actually I will drop him, and as part of the somatic thing, the like panels on my arm that they
Remember,
normally.
if it's your right arm, this is your shapeless memento.
Yeah,
too,
and-
so it's
and I-
full on like.
I can transform it. Remember?
Yeah.
So they move, they open, and I spray out the fog from there, and it just as a stream, and then just billows, just roils around you. I have to concentrate on that. So
Okay.
So that's my action. And as a bonus action, I'm going to activate my Arcane Armor Guardian effect.
Okay.
And I am going to choose. What's it called? Fragment of.
Oh. Fragment of Awe.
Fragment of Awe! Da-da-da-da. Unwavering Hope.
Okay.
Actually, that doesn't hit anyone. So I won't do that. Because that's be within 20 feet. So
Okay.
I will just gain 12
Guardian armor 12
temp
temps.
hit
Okay.
points.
Victor, it is your turn.
But I am going to move.
Okay. You can move 15 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
And you will take an opportunity attack if you move out of range, obviously.
3. Actually, I'm not going to be out of range.
Ah.
But I will drag number 2 with me.
Okay.
Victor will goad Bell and say, "So I see that you have some telepathic tendencies as well.
Telekinetic. Sorry,
What's
there's
the
a
difference? Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Oh,
Telepathic.
Well, what's the
This
difference
is in the
be-
cloud, and you're like, I
What's
see
the
you have some
difference between
telepathic.
that
Telekinetic.
and-
on the other side.
that and say animate object?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna animate the object of the bell,
Okay.
and my instruction to the bell will be to basically just try and aid me by like getting on his head,
Okay. So you're not. You're specifically.
casting the action. Of,
Yes. So you
animate
want it to
object.
basically blind him.
I want it to help me, not necessarily blind him, but like just like
Do you want to like bash him with it?
bash him with
Okay,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Just like it's just gonna be flying around his head, and like hitting him in the back of the head every so
Okay.
often.
Like
Yeah.
a monk in Diablo 3, you drop the bell.
Yeah. You kind of feel the. He kind of looks back as he feels some pressure on his telekinetic hold on the bell, and it just starts rushing towards him. So roll the attack roll with that.
Okay.
Which I think is just like
And
one.
what size would you equate
I
this
would
to?
say the one object one, whichever one that is.
So a singular object is huge.
Oh, huge? No, it would be probably large.
Large.
Yep.
Okay, so large counts as 4 objects. Huge. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you're just casting it on one object. It's
Yeah.
just going to be a large category, we'll say.
Okay, so
Are there any
large
desks or anything you can animate too? If you can do up to 4.
Not any that he can see from here. This is the entrance hall, so there's not really anything that.
What about the dead pigeon?
That's
Is
not
it-
animate
Is it
objects so
considered-
much
is it
as.
considered an object at this point? Because it's
Technically, corpses are objects. However, that is a very distinct field of magic.
Okay. So that's 5 proficiency points to cast that.
Okay.
I do drop concentration on Hex by doing so.
Okay.
Which
Oh, I lied. I did take a opportunity attack from 3 because I can't move through 1.
It didn't hit anyway.
Okay.
okay. So its attack roll is a 10 plus, if it's large, it's plus 6, so 16 to hit. Would it have advantage because it's dark? It does have.
Does it have.
blind sight?
Okay, yes, it does have advantage.
Which is why I cast it.
Natural 20!
All right.
26. It just.
You know what? I'm going to give it your sneak attack damage too. Because technically you are sneak attacking him with this bell.
Okay. So its damage is 2d10 plus 2.
Okay.
So we grab our 2d10s. So that is. See if it's a 10 and a 2.
It's 12.
Oh, no, sorry. This is the percent. So I think that would be a 1, not a 10. So 3. That's a horrible. Plus 2, so that's 5. Plus sneak attack is. Come on. Bloop. Nope. Bloop. 29.
So 34 total. 34
And then
damage.
I'm going to add another 6.
And another 6. Okay. Yeah, you see him stumble kind of in the fog. You can. Everybody hears the metal and the bell smash into each other.
Listen, Belle, I am not trying to kill you. I'm trying to kidnap you. There's a difference. Your sister loves you and says I should not kill you.
Okay.
Love is a strong word. I wouldn't throw that one about.
Do you want him on your side or not? That comes with love. The third Arcanum Guard will attempt to recharge their
Sibling tolerate.
stun. They do not. So this is just 2 regular lightning rod attacks. The lowest of which is a 22 against you, Scott.
That one hits.
Okay, so that will be 2 hits. Yes, I hear you, puppy. I know. It is time to go outside, isn't it? One. 24 damage on the first one.
Okay, let me roll concentration.
Okay, so 12.
Oh, it's 11. So that fails.
Okay.
I will.
Throw an epic die.
I'll throw an epic die.
Okay.
12.
Yep. All you needed.
Oof.
And then the other one is
Stupid dice. Fail.
14 damage.
Okay.
And then another Constitution saving throw. This is
Succeed.
just a 10. Oh, you
I have a 10 base, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And that is all they are going to do.
As a reaction,
Okay.
I, what is it? Actions? Reaction. I am going to hit with Counter-Strike.
Oh.
My aberrant dragon mark, or not my aberrant dragon mark, the thing I got from...
The tattoo?
Not the tattoo. We got it from the place that links all the different glitterbug areas together.
Hollowbend.
Yeah, but the place in Arconis where we went, and it was like all those different portals to the different realms.
Knave's Nook.
Yes.
I gave you a Counter-Strike thing from there?
Yeah, you gave us Boon of the Warrior.
No, that was from Hollowbend.
Is that from
Yeah,
Hollowbend?
that was from Hollowbend.
I thought it was from each one of the... We each...
Nope.
Oh, well.
Yep.
We get the
Anyway.
tattoo. I got one on the bottom of my foot
Yep.
because it looks like a mimic.
Yeah.
So I can step on a mimic's face.
So I make a basic weapon attack. It's a target, and I'm going to do the one that's prone right behind me.
Okay.
So I get advantage on it.
No, it's against the target that
Oh,
attacked
is
you.
it the one in the hand?
Number 3.
Okay,
3.
that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. That is a crit. A 20. Plus 13. So
Okay.
33.
Yeah. That'll hit.
Okay. So it is a d6 for every 10 hit points you're missing. Which right now I am missing... 6 d6 worth.
Okay.
Can I borrow some 2 d6s, please? There you go.
There we go. Okay.
And does it roll twice, right?
Yeah, you'll roll that twice. So 12d6.
Can I take 6 from here?
As long as you don't confuse them for any of yours.
I'm out of them, so.
Yep. You grab 6 exactly.
Yes,
Nice.
I did.
Even
Okay.
better.
That's 10. That's 20. That is 30. That is 40. 43. 46 damage.
Wow, okay. Yeah, so he strikes at you and you just kind of like backhand him.
just-
guy.
In fact, go ahead and knock him back into the wall there. We'll say 2. Yeah. It is not. He's like, I was 2 days away from retirement.
Oh,
You never get in a fight when you're near retirement. You know that's.
Not
this
my-
is they tell you on the
It is
first
not
day.
my fault we're in this fight.
They tell you on the first day to make sure you take your days off at the end of your.
Is he the one that was just at the door anyway? And the only reason he's in the fight is because you grabbed him by the face and drug him in.
This is the one
He's
that
like, I want out of here. Yeah,
Yeah.
just let me out. Yeah.
The other two didn't. So.
Okay, that wasn't your turn, so I'm not going to ask you. Les is next.
Sure.
And he's going to say...
He's still alive though, right?
Yes, he's still alive. These Arcanum guards are actually still pretty sturdy, despite only...
Now we're tracking that, correct? The boon of the warrior. It's like I can only do it so many times.
Yes.
I'm trying to find out where that.
You've used it twice only. This is the second time.
Okay.
Les is going to, as he's like swinging it at you, basically riposting and counter-striking and everything as you guys are doing your deaths, he says, just make this easier on yourself and give in. You don't want to end up like Xander.
What happened to Xander?
Well, you'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
How many of those do I have? 6 total.
It says on how many charges there are.
Right. You don't have 2 brothers named Xander?
No.
Okay,
no,
I
only
have 3
one
attacks coming
Xander.
in. First one's a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Wait, he has disadvantage on you because he's poisoned, so we need to make sure to roll that. The other one is
and I also gain temporary hit points equal to the amount of damage dealt.
Nice.
So I get 46 temporary hit points.
43.
43.
You said this was...
No, it was 46.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's swinging with the net one?
This is less.
7 times.
Okay, all of them are misses. So
Okay.
you are nimbly dodging out of the way of his greatsword as he's slicing it through you.
I'd say it's probably because he's
Through
trying
where
to
you're
hit you
supposed to
in
be.
a doorway with a great sword.
I mean, not
First
the
problem.
sharpest tool in the shed. You know what I'm saying?
Every time he swings, his palm goes, dang! It's like, ah!
He just keeps getting stuck.
Yeah.
Les will shout into the fog cloud, Belle, get out of here!
Bell goes. The bell goes.
It crashes into him.
Bell is actually up next. And he's going to do just as his brother said. And he is going to move. So he'll take an opportunity. Yep, he'll
two
take
attacks
two
of opportunity. So the first one, that's carved.
with advantage.
Natural 1 with advantage then?
Yep.
So the second one is a 10 plus my attack, which would be another 11. So that's going to be 21 to hit.
21 would hit, but he is going to cast shield behind him as he's
And then for the bell,
Is this considered difficult terrain
15.
for him? Since you can't see?
7.
I don't think Fog Cloud does difficult terrain.
Going downstairs in fog?
Yeah, true.
15 and 7. So 15 is the higher of the two, which is a plus 6. So that's
21.
21, yes.
21, that does not hit
Still
with the
does not hit,
shield.
okay.
Yeah.
So the bell and both bell and my try and hit him and he ducks.
Okay. And he is, so he's going to drop down to basically the bottom of the steps, and
So it's 15? 20, 25?
nope, not that way. He's running for the door just underneath the steps, underneath where Victor is. There's a door to the dungeon right there, the dungeon level. Yeah, so you hear the click of a door opening and closing as he runs into presumably the dungeon. So he is essentially out of this fight. Injured, but gone.
For now.
Next up is the...
That's the original plan. I would be down there and be like, oh, hello. Bonk!
Nobody stuck to the plan except for Victor, though.
Well,
Hey, I even brought the bell
a
with
giant
me.
airship showed up.
What's a plan without complications, right?
Yeah. Don't worry. At no point in this battle did he lose the bell. He will have kept it with him the whole time.
You're going to keep casting
three-
animate objects out and follow you
3
around
attacks are
everywhere.
coming at you from the Mind Blade guy. Fred. Miss. 21 is a miss. 22 is
That hits.
a hit. Okay. Where?
Wog!
Oh, are we doing a wog?
We're doing a wog.
That is 16 total damage. 9 of it is psychic. So 4 plus 7 is 11 total damage.
I'll cast shield.
Okay. To just negate that one attack.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Which means the next one up is Thorn. Okay, so it's just an automatic damage from the Witch Bolt here,
Other than
because that's how Witch Bolt works.
I don't know.
Okay.
So take
Why
8
else would you
lightning
run
damage.
Unless he had a way out. Which sounds dumb to build into a dungeon, but, secret underground entrance, I guess.
Indeed. And then 3
Just burn the building down.
3 bolts of energy are going to fly out and slam into Bolt from Les. These are magic missiles with force damage, but guess who's immune to
Resistant.
force? Resistant to force. But they don't know that because they're dumb.
I'm big and you're small. I'm right. You're wrong.
So a total of 14, so 7 force damage.
Okay.
As he just slams into you.
Matilda,
Those.
right? Cool.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, sorry. Add that back. I forgot that the Witch Bolt is an action, not a bonus action to do the damage. So, just some damage against Fred, which... Fred, it's your turn.
Oh, perfect. So she'll attack less again.
Okay.
It's short sword. At disadvantage, yes.
With my short sword. Yes. Yes, because you are... he's still blurred, yes.
Oh, dang it, because that was a natural 20. But disadvantage.
Good old disadvantage.
Poo-poo. Still a 19.
19 would hit, but he's going to use his reaction again to parry it.
Okay.
Isn't he hexed? Isn't that a crit? With 19?
No, dirty 19.
Dirty 19.
Oh, darn.
Okay. Second attack. A natural one.
No. Don't worry, nothing bad happens. Except for you miss.
Give inspiration.
Oh.
She has 3 attacks. She'll be fine.
She missed 2 of them.
She also has action surge if she needs it.
Just saying.
So that is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Okay.
So damage on that third
So
one.
the witch
He'll
bolt
make a
didn't-
Constitution saving throw.
And I'll
He
use
didn't
again
He did.
another
He used witch bolt on her.
psionic energy die.
It's just automatic damage.
I meant the other guy outside.
So-
the
That's,
attack.
yeah, that's what he did.
Hold on.
Because the twin outside is concentrating on witch bolt, so he used his action to use the damage up for witch bolt again on her, instead of hitting you with magic missile.
$24.
24.
Plus, he needs to again make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, he failed the Constitution saving throw.
So he is no longer. Does he need? He needs to make one for concentration too.
So
So that's
yeah,
another 3 poison damage.
3, so 27 total. That is 13 is what he needs to roll on his concentration check, which he does not hit. So the blur fades away. You finally slap him in the side of the head with your with the flat of your sword, and it clangs off of his helmet, and he just appears.
Perfect. Then I will use action surge.
More bell notes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What happened to Xander?
You say as you start striking it at him quickly.
I missed this. Sorry, I must have been doing something. Xander.
Yeah,
That's one of your brothers, right?
yeah.
He's the one just older than
He
Fred.
mouthed off and said, "You're gonna end up like Xander. Watch
Yeah.
out."
He's not going to respond to you. He's in combat at this point, so maybe he'll respond another round, maybe not.
This
That
is sibling
is
combat.
a
There's plenty of room
28
for
to hit.
talking.
28 will hit.
Talk.
That is 13 damage, and then he has to do a con save again.
Oh, yes, that's right. He does make it this time. Wait, unless poison means he's disadvantage on that too.
Let's find out. Poison.
Depends on
What was
skill
the
checks.
total? What was the
Disadvantage on
that he
attack
used to-
rolls and ability checks.
Ability checks, not saving throws.
Yep.
Yeah, so he makes the save on that one. So
Okay.
just the 13. Second attack.
Oh, the doy.
Action surge is
Sorry. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll another.
Yeah, roll that.
Yep, save.
For 14 damage.
14.
Last one is 28 to hit
28 will hit.
for 13 damage.
13. And he does not make his
Okay, that's another one
other one.
poison
Okay.
damage.
He kind of coughs up a little bit as you get a good hit on his side, and he's kind of clutching that side, and he goes, "He mouthed off to Sir one too many times."
Don't you realize? Oh, wait. Can we take a pause from this?
We're in the middle of a combat, Fred.
I know, but we can pause any time.
You're mentally talking to it.
Yeah. Should we wear the get along shirt? Just take a pause.
We never had a get along shirt. What is this in my brain?
Is Xander dead?
No, but he probably wishes he was.
Listen, there are more of us than there are sirs. There's only one sir. How many of us are there? Let's see. There's me and you.
There's 6 total.
Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. She has 6 brothers.
But he's more powerful than all of us combined, and you know that. Scott, there are some Arcanum guards that want to attack you while this is going on.
Number 3 is not in range, FYI.
Number 2 and 1 are the ones that are going.
One is prone.
1 will stand up
Okay.
and then make its attacks. Neither of them recharge their stun baton, so they're just going to roll 2 attacks each. It's a natural 1 and a 22 to hit.
Yep, hits.
So that one hits.
Pull out the pepper spray. Joke's on you. I don't have eyes. Well, organic eyes.
25 total damage from that hit.
What type of damage?
Roll me an appropriate check for like a kind of like a skimming the surface thoughts as you guys are talking to each other to see if you can like glean anything. Maybe like an intelligence check or an arcana.
It was a 19.
It's none of it's force damage in case you're curious.
Force or poison or whatever resistance.
Yeah. So that is another miss and another hit. And then you're not making concentration checks, right? Oh, you are.
Yeah, so the first one was 25.
Yes.
So I need to make it 12.
12, yep.
Yep.
2, 4, 6, 8. 16 is the other one. So make that one's a 10, that one's automatic. You get kind of a, as you're talking about Xander, you do get a little hint of a surface thought that Les can't block in the middle of combat. There's probably not 4 bloodbanes. There's 5 bloodbanes in this barrier. You think that Xander might be in the building. Because the last place you did see him was Archdom.
Yeah, right before we left.
Yep. It is now round 3. Bolt.
Yes.
Great, Scott. Scott comes in. With what? Wait, a spatula.
Yeah.
Oh, can I change mine to be a frying pan? No, I like the tongs. Never mind. I'm still
Frying
tongs.
pan's overpowered.
Yep.
If Tangle taught us anything, it's overpowered.
Tongs. Not so sure about the tongs anymore. All right, Bolt. What you got?
All right. So I backhanded number 3, knocked him away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to...
Victor, you're on deck, by the way.
I'm going to do the shove action on number 2.
Okay.
To make him prone as well as grappled. So that's also another competition. Pure
Pure
strength.
that you have grappled still.
Yes.
Okay.
They can do dex.
4.
Oh, I rolled a 3, but I also get
Plus
advantage.
Yeah.
It's another 3, but I get plus 12, so 15.
Yep.
Okay, so he is prone now.
Yep. Get down on the ground.
Yeah. I'm just using your own training against you.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go, come here, you, and I'm going
Stop
to
resisting.
reach behind, and whatever I grab onto, I'm going to grapple number 2 or number 1 again.
Okay.
Okay.
By the heel and just.
So that's another competition.
It's a 16 this time.
11 or a 4. So that is a 23.
Yep. You grapple him.
Okay.
You can't action a surge, so you just got one of them pinned to the ground and one of them grappled in your hand.
Yep. But I'm going to move. I can move
right.
still.
Scraping the one along the
it'll
ground.
be it's the whole like off screen. All of a sudden he goes like that and falls.
Yeah.
So I grabbed him by the leg and picked him up. But I'm gonna move forward.
Look at all the things he has stacked on him.
It is not his day.
Poor little fella.
And I'm gonna.
Is that the one who's retiring tomorrow?
No, that would be the one against the wall.
And
but you know what? This one is also retiring. This place is full of potential retirees.
Retirees. They all come to Archdom because it's a nice place to retire.
This was supposed to be the easy gig.
This is the Florida of Aneria.
There are a lot of crazy people that.
And I'm gonna move up close. Actually, I want to go this way, so I'm adjacent to Fred.
Okay. I love how no opportunity attacks because you're just pulling them with you.
Yep. They can't attack me if I bring them along. They can't attack. They still do, but...
Victor, it is your turn. Okay. Unless you have anything else.
Bonus action, I will do my magic armor, and this time I will do the Unwavering Hope.
Okay.
So that you get 12 as well.
12 temps.
And that will overwrite the last 5 that I had from my my reaction.
Up to this point, based on observations, he's still. I don't know that he would be aware that there's brothers and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to continue to pursue Belle.
Okay.
Because that was the objective, was to get Belle out of there.
Yeah.
As quietly as possible.
Okay.
Is the fog still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I will
I haven't
jump.
broke my concentration yet. So.
How far is it?
I would say that's about 10 feet.
10 feet. So I could. I would
No, 15.
tuck and roll.
Probably less, actually.
Open the door, and let the bell chase Belle.
Okay. So he used his dash, so he's
Looks like
probably
you've been
30
eating
feet.
Cheetos.
down the staircase.
Oh yeah, from
How fast
Fight the
can
knees.
Bell?
the bell
The bell
is.
move.
I think they're 30 feet. Is how fast they can move.
Better than a cleric's summon weapon.
Flying speed of 30 feet and can hover.
Okay. Do you command it to move as a action?
No, so what it says here is it says, as a bonus action, you can manually command the spell if the creature is within 500 feet. You decide what action the creature will take and what will move during its next turn, or you can issue a general command, such as to guard a particular chamber or quarter, which it would be to attack Bell.
Yeah.
And if I issue no commands, the continue will defend itself against hostile creatures. Once given an order, the creature continues to follow it until its task is complete.
Okay, so it heads down 30 feet. It won't quite get to him this turn. Well, because it's got to. Yeah, it won't quite get to him this turn because he did use that dash action to move quicker.
Okay.
Actually, Bell is faster than 30 feet. He's got 40 feet of movement too. So
Okay.
yeah, he's pretty far away.
Is he a
And
monk? Monkey?
Victor will pursue. So the bell chases. He opens the door, lets the bell in first, and Victor's going to throw one of his daggers and try and hit Bell.
Okay.
This is so confusing. This is worse than Ring and Ving.
I know.
Ving and Ving.
Bell and Bell. So that is
You can call him Belgraph if you want.
Belgraph. So this is a 16 plus 10, so
Belgarian.
26
Belgarian.
with Cinderhearth.
26 will hit. Yes.
Okay. And Cinderhearth is going to be 1d4 plus 8 plus a 2d10.
I don't believe you have advantage on this one.
Correct, because he's no longer in the fog cloud.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 7 plus 4. 11 fire damage. And I will use my bonus action to switch places with the dagger and attack him again.
Okay.
And again, this is non-lethal damage that I'm attempting.
You said it was 11 total? Or was
4
it-
and 7 plus...
Your eyes just moved so fast.
Sorry.
He was calculating.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening
It was
right
my
now?
mental abacus going back and forth. Yes.
Was it one of
Question
those,
mark?
how do I work
Was it
this
question?
thing?
Yeah. Yes. So I rolled the 4 and the 7 was the damage for
so that's
fire.
11. That's fire. And then what was the damage on the attack roll itself?
On the
1d4?
attack roll itself, I thought I rolled it. Where's that? Here. Cinderhearth damage 11.
11. So 22 damage total.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't.
Okay. And then your next attack, because you have...
Yep.
And I believe with the teleport, you do get advantage on the attack as
So
well.
I'm going to switch, and I'll do the whatever
Which is
damage.
sneak
This is going to
attack.
be with Shadow Song.
Okay.
So that is a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
It rolled a 11 damage plus sneak attack, which is 35. So that's going to be a total of 46
46 damage. All
damage
right.
with the second one. And
Yeah.
again, non-lethal. I'll be using the pommel
this-
in the back of his
Yeah,
head.
so this blade smacks him in the back of the helmet, and then as it flies ahead, you appear and grab it and just smash the pommel right into the middle of the helmet. You see it kind of ring out again, and he stumbles into the wall. He's still up though, so that is
Okay.
notable. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah. Stop running. That's all I can say. I don't like running. That's it.
That's
That's
why
why
I've
you
never
teleport a lot.
understood soccer, American soccer, or football, European football.
I promise, I'm way faster than you. Stop running.
Like, it's just running back and forth the entire time.
It's true.
Les is like, what are you talking about? Guard number 3 is going
Yeah,
to
what's
shake it
on
off
television?
and head right towards you.
I get reception sometimes.
He does not recharge his...
If
Just like this.
there's ears or ear stuck, eye stuck.
The bunny ears, you gotta get them just the right angle. And pick up the signal.
One is a miss, the other one is a hit, as usual.
Oh, see, there it is.
$17 total damage.
Is it also dark where we're at? Like, he and I went down. Is
As a
is there lighting in
reaction,
There's a dim light.
there? Okay.
Are you going to do the warrior
I'm
again?
going to counter strike again.
Alrighty.
Can I borrow 2d6s, please?
Counter Strike.
Okay.
You got to make the attack roll first.
Right. Sorry.
If it's not
a dirty 20?
dirty 20, will not hit, actually.
Oh no!
Because they still roll the damage, because they have shields. They have their special shield stuff.
Oh,
You have Revivify, right?
okay.
Yeah, because the way that
Do I?
just for mechanic's sake, so that you know
It's
what's going on.
Protoss shields.
Yeah, so
just need to
basically
make
they have
sure
like
to
a
command the bell
Gungan
to
shield.
attack, not kill them, because I said
But
attack
when
him.
you
I don't,
attack
but
them
I
and you
think he
miss,
does.
it deals damage to the shield instead.
I'd hate
And
to kill
basically,
Bell
while they have the
accidentally
shield
with the
active,
bell.
it's casting the shield spell.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's giving you a +5 bonus
Actually,
to AC,
that would
which is great, but it only has 30 hit
come
points.
It didn't go down with the first 46 damage I did to him.
So when it hits them, it doesn't hit the shield. It's only when it misses. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
18.
18 damage. Okay.
And then I get 18 times.
Again, you smack into him. This time he brings the shield up, fully anticipating what's going to happen, and only skids back a couple inches.
I kick like a horse.
I didn't do 2d10 cold damage.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that was a reaction. So.
Okay.
And he did 17 damage to me. I think for the initial hit, so I need to
Yes.
roll 10.
10.
Yes,
Yep.
succeed. That was number 3.
Okay, I'm just thinking. So Les is looking a little worse for wear.
He's looking a little less.
Yep. So he's going to shift around to the other Brotherhood of Neve member. He's going to put his hand on his shoulder, and he gives you a look before he says, "Don't follow." And him and the Brotherhood member are just going to disappear.
Can she take a reaction to do opportunity attack?
No, this is technically teleportation, which doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Fair.
Now, if you had counterspell, you might be able to do something, but I don't think anybody
He's
does.
still hexed. Does it have a range?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that hex gives you like a direction, a sense of direction or anything.
If you're a blood...
That's Hunter's Mark.
yeah, and I think there's one in Blood, what do they call Blood Hunter?
Yeah,
Pretty sure
blood
they have one as
hunter,
well.
The Witch Bolt does snap off at that point as well. So.
Okay, so both of these guys are
Yep. Out of the fight,
on the battlefield. Here's your hex back.
leaving behind the 3 regular Arcanum guards that look a little bit surprised that their higher ups just left.
It seems they've left you alone. Would you like to surrender?
Give me an intimidation check. You say one on the ground, the other in one hand.
Would it be with advantage since we were the ones that took down the Arcana?
Stop resisting. You are being rescued. That's only a 10.
That's only a 10. Let's see if they do recognize
Because
you.
we are their harbingers, right? Maybe...
Yeah, these ones don't recognize Bolt in this
Yeah,
form. They
makes sense.
look a bit different. It is Bell's turn. He
They would
is
only
going
know.
to.
They would only know Victor, basically.
He is going to.
It's him, the terrorist!
So you're in front of him at this point.
I'm in front of him. The bell's behind him by about 10 feet.
Okay. Well, with nothing else to do, he is going to attack you
Okay.
because he cannot. He's not running. Technically, he's not running.
That's true.
One of them is a natural 1. Another is a 15,
It's a miss.
and then we've got a 20.
That hits.
Okay.
And I will uncanny dodge it.
15 force damage, so cut that in half as you can.
It's going to be 7. Right? I halved 7. 7 is 14.
Yeah, 7.
So 7 damage.
Yup.
Just making sure my math right.
And then
My math goes downhill as the clock
Right.
progresses.
It's true.
What is math?
he did not recharge his telekinetic strike, so he can't hit you with that.
Okay.
So he's just kind of putting up a brave front, as it were. Fred,
Oh, how cute.
it is your turn. There is a prone arcanum
Fred.
next to you.
Right next to you, yes.
Yeah, but what will Fred
Just say
do?
what Fred's gonna do.
Is it time for another how to act dice roll?
Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like, less is there, but the mission was Bell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quite the dilemma.
And then something Xander.
Yeah, I think.
That's about as far as Scott got.
No, I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
Bell or less. Also Xander.
Also Xander.
We'll figure that out later.
Fred is going after Les.
Okay.
Because she figures these guys have this handled.
Mm-hmm.
Their mission, they know the mission is to get Belle.
Yeah. So you're gonna, yep. Okay.
So she's going to assume that Les went back to his ship.
Okay, that's a fair assumption.
And she will
I really hope Xander's not in the dungeon because I'm not
she'll,
gonna
I
look
guess,
for him. 'Cause I don't know he's
disengage
there.
and run out the door.
Okay. If you do run, it is a disadvantage because that person is prone, so you can save your action if you don't want to disengage.
Okay, we'll just
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, you can just run along the wall and then over.
Yep. That's a 2 on the
Okay.
roll. So, yeah. So you can run out
I
30
go,
feet.
No.
Yeah. He tries to like
I
see
shake
what
him
you
again.
get. Like,
Can she,
his
as I
nose?
guess her bonus action, drop Bolt's shield?
sure. Yeah, I'll allow that.
So you have it.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Go and find Les.
Be careful.
Drop it.
Go get Belle. I
shield-
think
the
Sanderson
shield
here
of,
too. Don't hurt him.
The mighty tower shield of Braylon, an artifact from the ancient times, and you just like toss it. Yeah, so you head out the door. As you like bust through the open doors, you see that everybody who was kind of
Yeah, 40
rushing
feet,
towards
move
you,
Yeah.
So
rushing towards the doors, like the reinforcements, they are spinning around and they're heading back. You can see that there are ropes hanging from the airship. It seems like they're evacuating. You also see that a few of them are pulling civilians up with them, including Bonnie. She is being yanked up into the airship as well.
Okay.
Again, they look like they're just out of it. None of these people are reacting in any way that would be indicative of somebody being attacked. So
Okay. She will... To be clear, Bolt, you understood. Get Belle. I think Sanders in here too. Don't hurt him.
gotcha.
She will go and try and grab onto one of the ropes.
okay.
Your name.
So you're probably going to use your action to dash forward 40 feet then.
Yes, or she could use her psi-powered leap.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to do that,
Okay.
because that allows you to move like what 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice your...
Yep. So you hit.
Movement.
You look back and tell Bolt to remember the plan. Like, hey, don't forget that why we're here, and then you take off the opposite direction.
As I'm, my back. I got it. Yes.
He's basically playing Twister with 3 Arcanum right now.
Yeah.
And you leap up, and you're going to be able to grab onto one of the ropes. Just give me a quick dexterity check. I doubt it's going to be a problem.
A natural 20.
Yeah, exactly. It's very skilled. You grab onto one of them, and you're swinging, and you see another one that is being like pulled up, and it just has one of the Brotherhood on it, and you just cut right through it so
Yes.
that they drop to the ground. And the airship is like pulling away at this point. So if you continue this course, you will be on
Do the
your
ropes?
own.
Can the ropes pass through the barrier?
The ropes, no. So the airship is inside the barrier.
Okay.
Technically, yeah. It is heading for the barrier. Itself.
Like it did the beam, and then the bubble went like up and out around. Like
Yeah, it basically went out, and you heard like 4 distinct
right.
bell tones, because bells are kind of what everything is, and then it came up around them. But it doesn't seem like they have an issue with heading towards the barrier at this point. So I'm just letting you know, as a DM perspective, you are going to be on your own on an airship full of the Brotherhood of Neve.
That's fine.
Perfect.
The
Okay.
dice have spoken.
Yep.
I have to follow what they say.
Excellent. Back up to the next round here, round 4. Bolt, it is your turn.
okay. The prone guy, can I? I'll attack him with the other guy
Again.
Well, I've got him by leg. It's just using him as like a flail right now.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Protocol dictates I cannot be taken hostage.
So he.
Initiating self-destruct.
I will.
I mean, you could fireball yourself.
I will say, like, again, you can always surrender. Yeah.
I will say that from now on you have to declare which one you want to deal damage to, basically.
I'm
And
gonna
I'm
deal
assuming
damage.
it's the one that is the
That is
prone
prone
one.
number
Yes.
2.
Okay.
So I get to attack with advantage.
Yep.
So that
Improvise
is a
bludgeoning
29 to hit.
I worry. Yes, the 29 will hit. This is number 1.
So that is 20 damage.
Which one was that? 2?
16 of it is thunder. So that is to number 2.
Okay. Okay. Second attack.
Same thing. Just gonna swing him again.
Okay. Still hitting the prone guy.
Yep.
Okay.
27
27.
to hit.
Okay. We're gonna do just a quick morale check on the guy that just got beaten by his friend here.
You're swinging
I
him.
apologize for the crudeness of this.
You're swinging him, and then there's the slow mo of
You
the
can always
other-
surrender.
The other Arcanum's butt just slow mo.
Yeah.
Morale is at an all-time low.
Oh, I just clapped him with the other guy's cheeks.
Yeah, he's gonna drop his weapon and his shield and he's gonna say, "Uncle."
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2, the one that's prone.
Okay, I'm gonna.
It's actually Grandpa.
Okay. Do you want me to roll damage for the second attack too? Or
You already did.
How about you?
You already rolled damage for him.
No, I didn't.
I have damage written down. He definitely.
holding
He
it.
definitely wasn't. Is that your extra giant damage that you forgot to roll?
this is second attack.
There is no way that he was at this HP before. So you already rolled the damage on the second attack.
I didn't roll it. I promise I didn't roll
Well,
it.
he's out of the fight either way, so I
Okay,
don't think
okay.
it matters too much. But
It'll apply to number 1 now.
yeah, I might have. Maybe I. No, it wouldn't apply to number 1 because you declared which one you were attacking.
All right.
Roll back the tape to when Scott tells me his attack, and I write it down as damage.
27.
Probably. Yeah.
Or whatever.
I think that might have been it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do, Bolt?
No, but I will move away from this guy. So I'll circle around and kind of drag like this.
Okay.
So he's still. I just say
Yep.
stay there.
Not going anywhere. These guys are so weird. Victor, it's your turn.
Okay. I will attack Bell. And using my bonus action, I will reiterate to the Bell to attack the Bell guy in front of me with non-lethal damage.
I mean,
because
yeah.
before I said to attack it,
Yep.
and I'm just clarifying because I don't.
You just say like knock him out.
I don't want it to like come in. And
Yeah.
I like about knock him out, and then it just like takes his head off.
Well, you'd have to do
The bell goes around his head and just closes.
Question:
Yes.
Can I? And if I haven't moved, I do want to. I can't remember if I have to throw it though. Hold on. The not called shot. Aim. Where you use all your movement to give yourself advantage.
Oh yeah. Yep. You can do that.
Steady aim. Okay.
Steady aim. Yep.
Next attack roll. Okay, so it's not whatever it's called. So I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh wait, that would be a bonus action. All right, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'll use that as my bonus action, not talking to the bell,
Okay.
and then I will attack him with advantage. Because
Remember,
that first
to
one,
kill him, you'd have to do half his HP and
yeah.
when he's unconscious.
First.
Anytime
was a
you get
1,
hit, though, it's
9.
1 death saving. Actually, no. If you're doing non-lethal damage, then you're not making death saving throws. So
Okay,
The bell though wouldn't be doing that.
it would be doing lethal damage.
so that's with Shadow Song. So that is going to be 20 dirty.
He's going to use his other instance of shield that he has to block it.
And then I'll just say, listen, your sister's very keen to talk to you and turn you from your dark ways.
My sister's an idiot.
Give up now.
You're not there. That gets through the DM friend connection.
There's that
She's on
telepathic
the
link.
Yes. Mortified. Please, you're making this much harder than it needs to be. And then the bell's going to come and try and smack you on the back of the head.
Okay.
Natural 20!
Oh no.
So this is large. It's going to be... So it's a 20 plus 6. Doesn't matter because it's natural 20. It'll be 2d10 plus 2.
So 4d10.
Yep. Yes. I'm just going to go roll over here because I'm going to be lazy. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll the dice.
Roll these dice.
26.
26. Okay. Still up. But he's definitely staggering at this point. His bell has been rung one too many times, as it were. Anything else you'd like to do?
Just going to continue to encourage him to comply. You will... What is it they said earlier?
What did he say?
When
You
they were
will
like,
comply.
You
Yeah.
will comply.
Yeah.
We're just I heard that somewhere. I don't know where.
Or you are complicit. I don't know. Something along those lines.
I was too busy with pigeons.
I was too busy with pigeons.
Scott, 2 attacks from number 3. Neither of them hit you.
Okay.
This fight is for the birds.
I'm assuming that you picked up your shield.
I didn't have any actions
Okay.
yet, so it's still on the ground.
Perfect. Bell's turn then.
Do it with your toe in it.
Well, it's not the liquid shield anymore.
Oh,
That's
right.
gone.
That's
Because that got absorbed into my other body to fight off the infection.
Yeah, that's what gave him his lightning resistance
Yeah.
and immunity.
When you get back to
And-
the
yeah.
ship.
I gotta find someone to help me get back to the body.
3 attacks coming in on Victor from Bell. He's
Yep.
also going to try and... He does refresh his telekinetic bash. Nice.
Okay.
Nice for me.
If he does hit me, I am going to react
The
with...
lowest is a 20 for the first hit.
Yes. So I will use my reaction instead of having the damage.
Uh-huh.
I will use Dancer's Rebuke.
Okay.
So,
So
use 3 performance points to strike back at a foe.
That's a good strategy, Cotton.
17 spell save. Or they'll take 2d6 in return.
It's a dex, right?
Spell save. It just says spell save. So I'm going to assume... Sorry, dexterity saving throw against my spell save. My spell save is 17.
Okay. They do make their spell saving throw.
Okay.
So is it half damage?
I would assume so for 3 performance points. Versus your spell save DC or take 2d6 slashing damage from your bonded weapons, plural. So I'm going to assume it would not be.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be a hit. Then.
Yeah, no hit.
Okay. So take...
And I'll mark
Good strategy, though. I like the hustle.
2 and 3.
23 force damage from the first hit.
Okay, I need to keep track of this because I need to roll
The
concentration.
second hit...
So that's a... Do I have...
An 11. You need an 11.
I need an 11?
Yep.
So concentration drops and the bell goes...
Start rolling down the steps, yeah. As you hear it roll, and you hear a anguish roar coming from below.
Roar.
Like a bestial roar.
Uh-oh.
It's old Rakshasha.
17 force damage on the second one.
17, okay.
And then the last... 13 force damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to grab the bell before it can get too far and try and bring it back at you again. So make me another dexterity saving throw, please.
He's got to have a splitting headache at this point.
I know Victor does. That's a natural one.
And I don't have inspiration.
You're still only going to take half damage, though.
So dex save is going to be... That is a total of 11.
Yeah. So that'll hit. So you'll take half damage on this hit because of your awesomeness. Just because you're generally awesome, I suppose. No,
Oh, wait,
there's a
actually, you're
reason.
right. Because if it's below a certain... If it's
Nope,
below
that's
10
only for skills.
That's
Yeah.
only for skills, you're right.
Yep,
You're right.
reliable is only for
Reliable
skills.
talent.
Good job remembering it, though.
Yes. How much?
Second. 31. So cut in half is 15.
15, okay. He rings my bell.
And you are unconscious.
And I'm unconscious.
Okay. Perfect. I mean, not perfect. but-
Sorry.
Bang! Didn't see that coming.
Okay, on what would have been Thorn's turn, all of the ropes finally retract. So everybody is getting up into the bay. Obviously, they've noticed that Fred is among them. You're not really hiding the fact that you're on the ship, I'm assuming.
No.
Yeah, so we'll get to what that happens. Actually, it is your turn. So, Fred, sorry, forgot that you went next. So you land on the deck of the ship. The bay doors are closing beneath you, basically sealing you in, and there are probably a good, 4 or 5 of the Brotherhood guards that have already pulled out their mind blades and are looking at you.
Oh dear, you better take me your prisoner. See the captain of the ship and all that.
Drop your weapon.
What weapon?
You still have the short sword in your hand. If you want, you can give me a sleight of hand to bonus action turn it into the rose really quick.
Oh, inspiration. I rolled a 2 and then a 2 again.
No.
The one in your hands that you just turned into a rose.
Very well. I trust I'll get this back.
One of them comes over and snatches it from you.
Ow, thorns.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do. Jeez. It is covered in thorns that apparently have never poked Fred. Then they're going to clap you in irons. The standard, arcane manacles of the Arcana Muses. And they'll start taking you above deck. Okay.
It doesn't stop psionics.
So we've learned from experience.
Yeah.
The other guard that you are holding,
Number one.
number one,
Number one.
makes 2 attacks against you, the highest of which is a 20.
Yeah, it misses.
Okay. Top around 5.
Please surrender already.
He'll do a morale check. No, he's still good. He didn't hear no bell. Wait.
There have been many bells.
There's been plenty of bells. Bolt, it is your turn.
I am going to go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Okay.
So first attack is a 31.
31 will hit.
That will be 13 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Second.
Second attack. Higher, 32. That will be maximum damage, 16 thunder damage.
16. You're pulling your... Did you pour your giants into one of those?
I did it in the first one, but I
Okay.
only rolled a 1 on it,
Okay.
so...
Yeah,
amazing.
You know what? He just hit half hit points, so... Makes another roll here with disadvantage. Yeah, he'll go ahead and drop his weapons too. After you basically are just
Yeah. Boom, boom.
Okay, yep.
And then I'll tell him, go sit in the corner. And I'll turn around to number 3 and be like, you're the last one. Do you also give up? I haven't even broken into a sweat.
I could do this all day.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and drop his weapons too. Okay. Yeah. So the combat up there is effectively over.
I will go grab my shield.
Okay.
I'll take my movement at this point, and go downstairs. I'm assuming I have to shrink to probably get in there.
Yeah. Yep, you
Is
will
it
have to
still
shrink.
I can drop that. I'll just drop that for a free action. I'll shrink. But I will gather up their weapons as well, and I'll just be like, tie yourselves up, and then I will. The whole point was to get them to stop attacking me, so that I could.
They
do
look
so.
over at very fine silken rope that somehow made it into
Yes.
this headquarters. And they're just like, I guess we're doing this.
This is Bell all over again.
So you could move a total of 30 feet probably this round to start heading for the door.
I'll just get
Victor,
Honor
give
system.
me
Tie yourself up.
give me a
and I'll just holler, Victor, are you okay? You know.
yep.
16.
Okay,
Success.
that's a success. So by the time you get to the stairs, we'll have another death saving throw from Victor. By the time you see him, Bell is nowhere to be seen. He's down further into the dungeon.
That a 1.
Okay, so that's two
Two
failures. Yep.
I will go and stabilize him. Well, I don't have a medicine kit.
Do you have like a healing spell?
I do have a healing potion. How about that?
Okay.
Actually, I don't. I mean, because I left all my stuff at home.
It'd be a
Do
shame
you have
if
healing
didn't-
word?
If you
No,
didn't
he
get
took
cursed.
it away with the cursed mace.
It came back when you.
I didn't
decursed
pick it back up.
Oh, you didn't pick it
No.
back up. Okay.
No.
I was gonna say if somebody didn't curse him and get rid of his.
Give me a
favorite
medicine
word.
check then. You're just gonna have to try and stabilize him the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
Mouth to mouth.
Right now, I'm like laying on the
That's
stairs
just a 10.
and just choking on my
That
own
is
blood.
not enough.
Choking on my own blood.
Okay, Victor, give
Can
me
I,
another.
can I rummage through his...
Yeah, you can start rummaging, searching for like a potion or something.
Yeah, I'll just
Yep.
say healing crystal out of his thing.
Okay, that was good. It was 19.
19. Oh, scared us.
I saw one. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So then you can find a
As
healing
fast
potion.
as I can, I will grab a healing potion.
Probably
or
one of the runes
One
is-
of the runes.
yeah.
And I will.
We have the rune here.
I'll even take the rune and jam it into your mouth and activate it. Just like potion.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll the healing for the rune, and you're.
Which rune of healing is going to be 2d6?
Yeah, it's no 2d4.
I used an action.
It's
to
still the
activate
same as like a potion.
Yeah.
They just have different kind of.
I used an
rules.
action to do it, so it's full.
Yeah. So just do 10.
Just 10. Okay.
Yep. You heal up 10.
Are you okay,
Give up. I've got your number.
Victor? It's me. It's Bolt.
You said 10?
Mm-hmm.
Bolt. Bolt.
Are you all right?
Where's Bell? Oh, my head.
When I came down here, he was gone, and Fred ran after her other brother.
Well, I assume he's still down here. We must find him.
Okay, yeah. Can we search the dungeon?
Yep. So you two head downstairs. You hear like the quiet dripping of the dungeon as it's a pretty standard dungeon
I
in
shall
here.
tell you there's some kind of bestial roar, so be on your toes.
And you can't see Belle as you open up the doors. Most of the cells are empty.
Mm-hmm.
There is a small table off to the left that appears to have some it's like a writing desk with a few notes and everything on it.
I'll look at those notes
Okay.
to see if there's anything like indicating like, hey,
Oh,
here's
there's a few things.
here's what prisoner is
Yep.
does
I
X,
won't,
Y.
I won't give you to them in the proper order. Wait, hang on. There's one more.
They should be labeled. They're page numbers,
No,
right?
this one's in the trash that you have to pull out,
Okay.
and then these two are just like the ones on the top there. So why don't you go ahead and read those out loud to the class?
While he's rifling through that, I am going to send out Shadow Song to see if I can detect any like anomalies in the walls.
There is one. So there's one figure in the dungeon that you can feel. It is kind of a large hunched figure that is in one of the cells at the back, and then you don't feel any sort of like false doors or anything.
Okay.
It says conclusion on experiment number 43. Whether it is through its unique psychic ability or sheer luck, experiment 43 is our greatest success to date with our benefactor's serum. While the physical changes were still there and vast compared to the size and shape of the original subject, we have seen a marked improvement in the capacity or sanity.
Poor Xander. In its capacity and sanity is probably what it's supposed
In
to
the
be.
capacity and sanity. The being cannot speak, but can understand commands and perform basic tasks. Given what we know, or what we now know, I'm confident that I can develop a perfect rendition of the serum safe for humanoid injection. And there's another one. Urgent continued negotiations in the southernmost landmass. Brother, tell Sir that we have made contact with the psychic resonance that we reported on previously. A being is communicating with us through the use of a third party, physically speaking through them. At this time, they wish to remain anonymous, merely asking us to refer them to them as the benefactor. They have agreed to Father's terms and seem to share his vision. All that is needed is confirmation from him for this alliance to solidify, and we will begin work loading the first shipment to bring back for testing. The Brotherhood shall grow strong, thorn and less. And then in the trash,
Because of course, when they write a note, it's not one or the other. They put both of their names on there.
they each write every other word.
Yes.
They both have it. They have two pens.
Purple and pink.
It says, missive from Champion Cavaro. Greetings from the Archsome chapter of the Arcanum from your brothers and sisters abroad. The children of Davros are reaching out once again to see what has become of your chapter in the north. Last reports were a few guards still maintaining the headquarters in Archdom, so we felt it best to contact you. As you may know, the children of Davros are gathering the former forces of the Arcanum as well as many recruits from across Aneria for a special mission. This mission, provided to us by the last remaining wielder of the Sun God's authority, in a crusade against the forces of darkness before they can have a chance to plague this land. If you are interested in reaffirming your protection to the people of Aneria, please contact us or meet us in Last Stop. High regards, Champion Timal Cavaro, and this is Belgraph, send the twins south to investigate this sect and their mission. Have them report back. And that is from Dervin.
Okay.
So, if I understand correctly, the surviving factions after the Arcanum broke up were the Neve Brotherhood, the Children of Davros, and the Arcanum.
Yeah, technically, the Arcanum still exists as its own.
Yeah.
It's mostly run by the Arbiter of Duty, the Loxodon.
Yes. Galena.
Yeah, Galena. She is kind of having them be more like a refugee aid, that kind of, like a Doctors Without Borders type of organization.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other two factions are the Children of Davros and the New Brotherhood. And the Arcanum itself is the weakest of the factions that you know of.
Okay.
So, while you're reading through those notes, Victor goes searching through, trying to find any sort of hidden latch or anything. I would say you don't find anything much. And you eventually pass by the cell, and a large kind of 3-clawed furred hand reaches out to try and give you from the shadows of that cell.
Do I have a feeling of malice from it, or a feeling of pleading?
Give me an insight check.
That is a 9, and I believe my insight is a 5.
Put away your books before class was over.
9 insight is... it's a 10, so...
19?
19.
More pleading. More trying
pleading?
to get your attention than malice.
Okay, so I guess I'll...
Victor, have you found anything? There's some very interesting
There's something here.
paperwork here. And usually I love paperwork. I don't really like this.
And Victor, I guess he'll just take his knives and just kind of run them across the bar. These are bars, right?
Yep.
In front of us. I run them across the bars to get a better view.
Okay. This creature is
So it rings
large. It's kind of hunched forward. It's full of fur. It has kind of these 2 large buggy eyes and big, almost like elfin or goblin-like ears. The most notable thing is the trunk that kind of flows down the front of it. You're not quite sure that you've ever seen a creature quite like this, but I will go ahead and pass it around.
I just think of a realistic drowsy from Pokemon.
Drow.
Yeah, and technically, that figure is based, and my description is based off of the Dream Eater creature that Drowsy is based off of.
Okay.
So.
Did you find anything?
There is a creature here. Can you speak, creature?
I'll approach as well while he's doing his thing.
There is no response, but you can kind of see it shake its head a little bit, side to side.
Are you hurt?
It looks down at its hands and gives you a shrug.
If I let you out, are you going to eat me? Pinky promise?
It shakes its head again.
It doesn't pinky promise.
Oh, sorry. It shakes its head no at your question. It doesn't really have a pinky. It's only got 3 fingers.
I will,
Just like big
Victor
claw.
feeling like he's pities this thing. He's going to unlock it because he knows what it feels like to be in an Arcanum cell.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to unlock, especially with this much time. And the creature emerges bolt. You can get a good look at it this time, too.
You can understand us.
Yeah. It nods yes.
Are you Xander?
After a moment, it nods yes. And then
Your sister sent us.
It holds up a finger and then points to the back of the dungeon and starts walking in that direction.
Okay, well, I'll follow it.
It will stop at the end and kind of put its 2 hands like this, and you can see that it's kind of framing a teleportation rune.
Okay. I'll inspect it.
Yeah.
See if it's.
It's been recently activated. It looks like it's like a one-time escape route
Okay.
somewhere else.
Can I do anything Arcana-wise to try to determine what's going on, or maybe even take that rune and use my Helm of Teleportation to follow?
Sure, you very much can. But I think we're going to end it there as you start working to try and fiddle with this Helm of Teleportation.
Okay.
Fred is captured. On her way up to meet the twins again, obviously, on a ship filled with Arcanum, all on her lonesome. Xander apparently is a twisted creature, and there are nefarious games afoot. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Paperwork.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This has been a really fun episode, and I cannot wait for session 50 next week. So, yeah, that's very exciting. Have a good night.
Bye.
See ya, everybody.